There we go. Now I'm actually on the right scene. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream of the Paragon campaign. If you can't tell, I'm a little under the weather right now, but I'm still doing my best. I've got like lemon juice and cough drops and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, gonna be trying to keep the narration up as best I can. But before we get into the episode tonight, let's get into some announcements and sponsor stuff. So, Andrew, if you want to take over.
Yes. Also, I gotta say, I actually kind of like your voice. It sounds kind of grizzled, just like more well-traveled, experienced.
Distinguished
Fed up
gentleman.
with us.
I feel like he has like a nice shot of something. I don't know. I don't know alcohol, but
Or just fed up with
This
all
is
our
honey lemon
nonsense.
tea.
honey lemon tea. There we go. So first and foremost,
lemon.
you guys will notice Jeremy is not here. That's because he is doing his show right now up in Salt Lake City. He'll join us on the next episode, but if you're in Utah, there is still a chance to go see his show. He'll be up at the Voodoo Company Theater up in Salt Lake City this next weekend. So if you guys are in Utah in the area, I would say, hey, go check out a show. We all went first, like official.
BV
group
is in the
as-
chat, just so you know. Jeremy
nice.
is saying hi in the chat. Hi, Jeremy.
And it's
Hi,
so rude that
Jeremy.
you
We
ignore
love
it.
you and we miss you. Also, good luck with your show tonight.
Yeah, good luck. You'll do great.
Yes. Yeah, so we all went this last weekend and it was awesome. So if you have the opportunity, you should go check them out. And then
Not a paid
Just say-
sponsor, by the way.
not a paid sponsor, just want to show some appreciation and love to one of our players, Jeremy.
And the show is absolutely fantastic,
It was
too.
good.
It was
He
so
had me in
good.
tears. It was good. It was really good. And then just to kind of get back to our normal announcements, remember to check out our merch store, D-Fourtress.com. We have new additions on there, and we're soon to add some fun new additions as well, including some fun little artwork that Erica drew last minute after our last episode featuring Artavon. So keep a close
good.
eye on it. Within the next week or two, we'll be adding that on there as well. Some different variations, and we're also testing laser designing into dark shirts as well. Just to add some more variety to the store. But yeah, so that should come in the next couple of weeks. So just make sure to follow us on our socials, and then you go check out our merch store, and it has links to all of our socials on there as well. And then just another shout out to We Geek Together. We absolutely love them. I took Erica there to actually meet them in person for the first time. What'd you think of the store? Pretty dope, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. And we ran into them when we went to Evermore as well. So they're kind of all over the place doing events. Any kind of nerdy event going on, you'll usually find a booth with them there, whether it be FanX, Comic-Con, Renaissance fairs, or Evermore, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So check them out at wegeektogether.org, and you can check their event list. They just got this cute little gaming tavern down in Provo. Definitely worth checking out. You guys should go check them out. But yeah, that's everything I have for announcements.
Awesome. A couple other things to keep your eyes out for. Part of the reason why my voice is a bit gone is the second episode of Auroran Expounded went live on YouTube on Thursday. I'm trying to get one out every other Thursday. I feel like that's a good consistent level. And also streaming. I started streaming on my own thing again, doing another Elden Ring challenge run that I'll just kind of be doing periodically as I have free time at twitch.tv/g.va. That's G_DOT_VA. And then you can always catch the Paragon cast play and Baldur's Gate 3 over on Andrew's Twitch stream, special _sauce. But I think that is quite literally everything. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode and roll the intro.
I like it. Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
So, last time we left off, Paragon had a interesting train ride. In terms of actual things happening, there wasn't a lot of events, a lot of craziness going on. However, there were some interesting characters to meet on the train. One of them being a dwarven bard who, after Vivi set up a bit of a jam session in the dining car with Artavan and Cosmo helping out, she decided to, at Dante's request, join in on the jam session, play along and sing a little bit. And also, Amelia had a gentleman catch her attention, an older human man who, after, out of curiosity or boredom, prying him for stories, just as she wanted to meet some people, she's able to discern that this man was definitely more than meets the eye, and that he was on his way to Seaside, and the Dwarven Bard to Ashwin Dale. There was a good amount of conversation and shenanigans aboard the train, but eventually you hopped off the first stop on the train into Dry Rock. In Dry Rock, there's one central water tower. You saw things like a small chapel, and you knew it was a small town when things were labeled like the tavern, the chapel. A small working town with a couple factories helping produce several things, as well as refine the salt in the surrounding salt lands to be shipped out to the rest of the world. And you had arrived here because, before leaving Storso, you accepted a job to hunt down a gang of bandits known as the Stockton Gang. And it seems they do not have a good reputation here in town. But the town seems all too happy to help you track him down, and you were pointed in the direction of somebody named Old Man Durgit. And with most of the party going to secure transportation, Cosmo and Wayne decided to go to an old shack, which is supposedly the home of old Man Durgit. And when they went to knock on the door just fell off and right into the sand at their feet, or I guess the salt at their feet. And as they poked their head in, they saw Durgit, a near emaciated man with brown hair with some salt and pepper coloring in there, just poofy beard, poofy wild mess of hair, at a grindstone grinding what looks to be a kitchen cleaver, as he slowly turned at them and was saying, "Turn 7 into red, turn 7 into red."
Can I insight check?
Go ahead. What are you looking for?
Just to try to get a general read off this guy of what's all there, kind of a thing.
All right.
What isn't?
What the hell does turn 7 into red to me? I wrote that in my notes. You want to insight check is what I put.
That's fair.
All right, so let's see. Insight. That is a 15.
A 15. You get the sense, as you look him up and down, you realize that he, at the little stool he's sitting on, he is missing almost his entire right leg, and then his left leg doesn't have a foot.
Oh.
And so he is kind of balancing, rocking back and forth on there. And this is a guy who You get the feeling that it's not so fact that he has seen so much stuff that he's lost his mind. Nah, he kind of came out the box like this.
Does the
And-
missing leg seem recent, or is that just like a?
No, it's more like empty pant legs you're seeing.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're old.
No
and-
blood or anything.
No.
Okay.
The foot stump that you do see sticking out from his pant leg is very old and kind of crusted over and just generally unwashed.
Aged.
Okay.
Does
I think
everyone
it-
hear ambiance or background music at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it's just me. Okay, but I've figured out a solution. I just wanted to make sure.
Since
The screen
Jeremy's
can hear
not
it.
here, since
That's what I'm
Jeremy's
thinking,
not
That's
here,
yeah.
Sean's job.
it's-
Yeah.
I'm
Whoever
taking
has
up
control of
PvP
Evie.
combat, so yeah.
Yes.
I gotta get really immersed into his character.
Excuse me.
Turns out the
But
bard is
I
tone
see
deaf,
like
he
you're
can't hear
streaming, so I
noise.
can play the same thing because I use the same site. Anyway, go
Right.
ahead, sorry.
Okay. I think at that I'll kind of like look and be like, kind of peer at Cosmo, like, what do you think? Just kind of like implying that without actually saying it.
Are you okay?
All right. Let me go ahead and
Mr. What was his name again?
Durgot.
Mr. Durgot.
I forgot my dice is still my physical dice is still my DM bag, so I am just going to roll on Foundry.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
are you okay? Do you need help?
Oh,
Oh,
So
I saw that.
that
First
would be
roll of the night.
yep, that would be a natural 20. So on that you see, and he kind of goes and looks. Oh well, hello. I didn't realize I had guests. What can I do for you?
Are you Durgot?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, perfect. You're just the man we're looking for. I'm going to take a step inside.
Yes.
Sorry
welcome.
about your-
Come in.
Sorry about your dog. Wayne's really strong.
Oh, I've been meaning to get that little bubble fixed for a while now.
What does
Okay.
the room look like?
It is just a 5-foot by 10-foot little space. There's a dingy
Whoa,
little
that's
bedroll
tiny.
in the corner, one little built-in shelf with like a couple plates and stuff, and then the grindstone that he's at with a couple like kitchen utensils and stuff hanging on the wall next to him.
Gamble shed.
Okay. So Durgot, we were talking to your boss and we heard about Boscow and we wanted to offer our help.
Oh, Bosco's a good boy. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Do you remember where he went?
Roll again. That is a 10. You see his head kind of cocked to the side, and then you hear him go, "It was those bastard thieves. They were the ones that did it."
Do you know where they went?
Oh, they were out west. About a day or two out. I almost had him on the ropes. But on account of the missing legs, I couldn't quite keep up with them. They did my one weakness. They walked briskly in the other direction.
I'm sorry, I can't. No, stop.
So many people would
My
survive
one
zombie
weakness.
movies if they did that.
Okay.
Bosco didn't have the strength to fight back.
So did they capture him?
Aye.
Yeah, me and my friends, we found the job posting to find the Stockton gang, and we were told that you might have information where to find them.
Aye.
And he kind of goes and reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks to be a little wooden whistle.
I use this. Helps me keep track of Bosco. You blow it, only he can hear it, and he'll just start howling and hooting and hollering.
We have a horn that does something very much the same.
It's just a normal dog whistle.
Yeah. No, to him, it's a whistle of silent alarm.
Well, I mean,
Maybe we could use that to try and find them, locate them.
yeah, it sounds pretty easy if we have the whistle.
Our horn only has a certain distance. Is there like a distance that he can hear it from? Is it the same?
I don't know, I never did the math.
That's fair. I never did math either.
And Wayne kind of looking down at his leg and everything. We kind of deduct. Maybe. I kind of like look at Cosmo. I think we should just not take him. Go for him. Could we take that whistle and go find Bosco?
If you bring him back to me, yeah. But, I'll leave the whistle back, and I'd probably clean it before using it.
And he reaches out his arm.
Okay, we will. Thank you.
So, you said that they were out west?
And that is a 2.
Let's turn the 7 into red, turn the 7 into red. They're out west, turn the 7 into red.
How many of the Stockton gang did they say there were?
I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe there was 7.
There was 8.
There was 8.
I know, the flipping through my notes. There was 8.
Was
So
8.
I don't know if the 7 is the same. What do you mean turn 7 into red? Right now, chills are running down Wayne's back.
because I'm just uncomfortable with this level of eye contact. Just
Yeah, Wayne is not making direct eye contact right now.
And then after a little bit, let me roll again. That is a 17.
Oh. Yeah, so, yeah, one of them didn't make it out of our little kerfuffle.
oh, I see. So 7.
7 of them. So you took down one of the gang members?
He got swallowed up by the desert.
Wait, what do you mean swallowed up by the desert?
You have the salt, and then a mouth came out and swallowed him.
Is that normal?
Sometimes.
See it.
Probably from a distance.
Do you know what that is?
It was a mouth.
Interesting. Wayne's writing in his notes. Must find out what mouth is.
And then Cosmo and her chicken scratch takes his pen and just in parentheses from distance.
Well, that was the intention, but it's just kind of scribbles.
Well, yeah, she's still just wants to make it very clear from distance. Well,
How far out west were they?
A day or two.
I mean, they're probably a little bit farther now. They wouldn't stay in the same place more than a little bit.
Well, I mean, if there's a giant mouth in the sand, probably not.
Do you think they would stay near the mouth?
No, I'm saying you're right. They probably went another direction.
Right. Well, at least we have some place to start.
I mean, it's better than nothing because, I mean, all we had before was they're in the desert.
That's true. And we have the whistle now, so we even have even better of a locator. Thank you very much for your help.
Of course, yes.
We should probably get going so we find them quickly. We will bring Bosco back to you in one piece, alive.
He's a good boy.
I'm sure.
Just in case they have other animals, what does Bosco look like?
He looks like a bear.
Like a cave bear?
Are there different
I
kinds
guess.
of bears?
I think yes.
I mean, I've only ever seen one. I mean, my books were limited. Just pictures. I have one on my shoulder.
It probably looks like the cave bear. The cave bears are just really big.
Yeah, they're really big and really aggressive.
Tend to have scars over their eye.
Oh, the bears I've come across. The one bear. They all
Of all
have
the
scars.
bear I have seen.
To be fair, that was a lot of bear.
That was
That was a lot of bear.
Uh,
Okay, well,
we should get going.
I mean, is there anything else we might need from him?
What did you mean by turning the 7 into red?
What?
Just a moment ago, you were chanting, turn 7 into red. Oh, wait, no, that's right. He already explained that. He said one of them got eaten up, so there's 7 left.
He explained how many of them there were, but he said turn 7 into red.
Well, I mean, they stole his bear, so a good deduction might be that he wants to kill them.
Oh, I thought he wanted us to paint them or something.
No, turn them red.
Oh. Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Right.
Well, we'll see you when we have him.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And she'll just like kind of slowly back out and pull Wayne along with her.
It was creepy. What was this? All the voices.
I thought it was really nice.
Yes, he was nice, but also, why did he speak so differently each time?
I mean, we're not from around here, so maybe he just has an accent.
But a few different ones? I've never encountered someone like that.
Did you see the way he was looking at us, though? You just see kind of Wayne just.
Yes, it was kind of hard not to know.
All right. And during this time, the rest of the group had secured transportation. So, what are the rest of you doing?
Probably just following in the direction they went to kind of meet halfway.
All right. It's barely even a. If you're both going back towards each other, it's maybe a 3-minute walk to greet to each other. The stable master had given you guys the cart and the axe beak you requested, rather large cart with a bigger axe beak able to pull a lot of weight. It's like the axe beak version of a workhorse.
And Gavin, I forgot, what was our agreement that we ended on with the person we borrowed it from?
Pay half up front, and then you can choose to pay the half on return.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't remember the exact amounts though.
No, that's fine. I'll go back to it.
I thought that Jeremy wrote it down, so I wasn't writing it down.
Right. I'm pretty sure he did.
He's a better note taker.
Well, it's not in Vivi's notes.
Oh, uh-oh. We'll have to watch the video then.
Yep.
We'll just say it's that for now. It's fine.
Yeah, perfect.
We don't need to know financial business.
Technically, you never need to because Vivi does all of the finance for you.
That is very true. Yeah. So after a couple minutes, Cosmo and Wayne, you do see the rest of the Paragon with a new cart with an axe beat pulling it, and I assume Artavan's probably has the lead of the axe beat. Pulling it along.
Probably. He's familiar with these beasts.
We found him. Hello.
2 miles away. Let's just roleplay that.
We're
The awkward walk
What?
call from a distance.
What?
Pretend to be on my phone just to cover the distance.
What?
That's right. I hate that. Yeah.
We found him.
So how'd it go?
It went.
That's
Yeah.
We have a whistle to help us find the bandits. We got what they're out west in the desert. And there are 7 of them now instead of 8.
And there's a giant mouse in the desert that eats things.
Yes.
good. Lovely.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about a giant mouth, Amelia?
Yeah, I was like, Amelia would be like going through her mind palace.
Make
Can I roll for
a
that somehow?
make a history or nature
Or-
check.
Do I know of a mind mouth or a
Yeah,
mouth
he
or whatever
might.
mouth? Big mouth.
Let me do a history
Desert
check.
mouth.
Yeah. Wayne, is that a metaphor or
Is this
literal?
something that Artavan
No,
might
he
be
said
aware
it
of?
ate one of the gang members, so we're gonna be short
it's
about
not really
100
a
gold.
thing that would be within Artavan's region.
Okay. Sounds
It wouldn't be in my region, but I got a 25 on history.
Dang.
All right.
Nice.
In your studies, you do.
Nerd.
With a 25, in your studies, you do know that the Saltlands are home to, albeit very few, but incredibly dangerous purple worms.
Oh no.
What's-
Oh, that's very worrying.
Also,
You guys-
well,
Have you-
welcome to adventuring. This is going to be
Oh.
fun.
do any of you know what a purple worm is?
Do I know what a purple worm is?
Do I know
Cosmo,
what a
have
purple
you
worm
ever
is?
eaten a purple worm before?
I'd be very impressed if you have.
memory check.
I had a weird greenish one.
I've gone through a lot of colors.
I
but-
know about purple worm. In my sheltered life, probably not. No.
Have I read about purple worms before?
I don't know about purple worms.
They're massive. They're very big.
Oh, I guess it
Sound
was a
tasty.
giant mouth.
Are they attracted by sound, Amelia? Do you know? How do we avoid?
I should.
gonna
I'm
have
pretty
to
sure
do
they
this.
do.
So,
I'm pretty
With-
sure
with the-
they
with-
can sense like walking through the ground.
I mean,
so
when I
we-
hear the word worm, I think of like a worm. When you say it's massive, is it massive for a worm? Or
It's
like-
massive for you. Whatever you think massive is, it's probably bigger
It's
than
gotta be
that.
at least
Snake.
this big.
I think its mouth could swallow you whole. All of
Oh.
us without even.
Okay,
So it has a
that's-
really big
okay.
head and a small body?
That
would
is a
It
lot
looks
more
like-
concerning.
story.
It's still a worm. It's just a monster.
Think
Okay.
That's
of a worm about the
massive.
size of the buildings.
They leave like 10
That could
foot
feed us for weeks.
holes in the ground, like 10 foot wide
feed it
holes in
for
the
a
ground.
Oh boy. All right.
Why would we feed it?
That's not
I mean, it
great.
It ate.
I would prefer if that
Oh,
wasn't a
we
thing.
feed it.
Personally.
I do.
feed
I
it.
also think they're poisonous potentially, so that's
Naturally.
also very bad.
Also, bad news is we're gonna be 100 gold short because it ate one of the gang members.
Unless we hunt a worm.
And we cut it open.
And we eat
Find
it.
a
Can you
body.
take him out,
I like your
We
thinking,
just
Melia.
need the head.
raise him from the dead, and kill him again?
I'm not
Easy.
sure what's easier, a bunch of bandits or one purple worm, but I assume
Probably
they both
the
would be a
worm.
challenge.
Oh boy. Okay,
We
so
might fight the worm anyway.
Are worms smarter than bandits?
I don't know how smart they are. Not smarter than us, maybe.
depends on the
Okay,
bandit.
good.
I mean, it would be kind of similar to that time we took out the giant scorpion, I feel like.
That
Good
wasn't
times.
fun.
We got out of that one okay.
Well, is there any sort of recommendation, precautionary measures that we can take towards purple worms? Where like
Levitate
padded feet?
across the ground. Don't cause any motion or
Is that
any
something
movement.
you can do?
Okay.
No, but I've known wizards that can.
Wow.
How
I
about
can't fly.
I imagine when it's approaching, you can kind of feel a rumble.
I imagine they're very stealthy, and they'll just come and grab you once they sense you.
Great, awesome. Well, you ready to go?
We're gonna have to do this, you guys.
Yeah, I'm ready.
If they are poisonous, maybe we can get an antidote or something before we leave.
Would they have?
If
Would
they're-
they have an
that's
antidote
probably a
here?
good idea.
If they're common enough here, then
I mean,
it's
wasn't there a
possible.
general store that Dante and Bibi went to?
Oh yeah, it was just on the street. It was called the
Let's
store.
just- Let's see. Let's see if they know.
I mean,
Let's go to the store.
the locals definitely would, yeah, have
They
an
should
idea.
know. Let's ask there, and yeah, seems like a good idea.
All right, so you're heading to the general store.
Yes, we is.
Okay.
And then on the way over, I would just kind of recount everything from that conversation with Durgat.
And this was all the same person?
Mhm.
Speaking
Yeah.
of- Okay.
He kept on saying, turn 7 into red. Turn 7 into red while he was sharpening his kitchen knife.
Liking this job more and more by the minute.
Yeah, he was pretty nice.
Glad some of you are having fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
In the
I would rather
adventuring
just
world,
paint
we
them
call that sarcasm.
You're hard to read, Artaban. I apologize. That's the second time I haven't understood your jokes.
The second time I've tried joking since I've become an adventurer, so
I got it, Dr. Von. Got it.
So as you make your way to the general store, there's the same young man that sold you the spike spouts, Dante. And now that we're out of the creepy dudes thing, we can go back to
That was creepy man house ambience.
it was this one. All right, so you enter into the general store again. The young man looks up at you and is just like, "Oh, well, welcome back. What can I do for you?"
Well, my friends here were talking about a potential purple worm out in the desert, and we were wondering, is there an antidote that you guys might have for purple worms or anything of the sort?
Let me see.
I like your band.
thank you.
It's just Artaban in the corner with a guitar.
As he's looking through, he's just like, not really anything that can handle purple worm's venom. It's pretty instantaneous, really.
I mean, you get bit by like a snake and stuff. I have a potion of antidote. About how much does it cost? It
2 silver.
costs
Going
About-
once.
about 13 gold.
Okay, I'll take that. And I know you said it's immediate, but if there was an emergency and we had to come back to town with someone from having a bite, is there anyone in town that could help us?
I mean, your best bet is probably the chapel.
The chapel. Okay.
Just the chapel.
That's where we'll mourn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your town like this other one? Do you have names for your places other than the
No, this
store?
it's pretty much the same in terms of like we have a blacksmith, we have a church. We don't even call it the, we just call it a.
Oh,
But it's
wow.
it's about the same amount.
It sounds
It's
lovely.
a lot less hopes and a
Ah,
lot more salty at that.
All right. Well, yeah. Like I said, we'll take the antidote. So yeah, here's your 13 gold. Guys, do anything else?
I think I'm ready to head out.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate your help again. Thanks.
Have we already bought out the potions of healing?
Don't know if we asked. Oh, they asked about them.
No, I've got one on standby.
I'll
50
take it.
gold.
It's mine.
Oh, all right,
I
here you
apparently
go.
run out.
I think I used mine as well.
Hey, Gavin.
No,
Yes.
So walking around the town, does this place have like very many like homeless, or does everyone just generally seem like they all take care of each other?
It
Or-
seems to be a working town, so there's not really anybody begging on the streets. People are pretty much working
Okay,
wherever you look.
Okay. thanks.
Yep.
what time of day is it right now?
It's about mid-afternoon, probably like 2 p.m.
Okay. So what are we thinking? Do we want to head out and camp out in the wastes, or do we want to stick around town and leave in the morning?
I think it would make no difference where we stay.
Well, I think it might be good to get a head start because, I mean, especially if they were attacked by a purple worm, they're more likely to be on the move.
Hmm.
And
I'm
so,
with Wayne. Yeah, I just don't want to get too far
like,
behind them.
the longer we wait, the harder it is going to be to find them.
That's true. They might get eaten before we even get there.
What do you
Do we
think,
want to-
BB? Oh, that's a good idea.
Whoa, baby, easy.
BB's so smart.
I don't really know. It's I mean, if we stay here, we could have a bed, but I mean, the beds here probably aren't that great.
Yeah,
We should be fine.
we'll be fine. As long as we don't get eaten in the middle of the night by a worm, we're good.
Plus, we'll have plenty of seasoning for anything we cook up.
That's right. The worm will come pre-seasoned if we ever have to fight it.
Do we want to
Alrighty.
ask a local about the purple worms and how to avoid them? Because I've only read. I don't have experience.
I mean,
Do you
if
know?
it's-
And I'll turn to the general store manager, dude.
We just get told to hold still till it buggers off.
Hmm. So movement.
Good advice. All right.
Got it.
I will prepare hold person. Just a moment.
Is that so that I hold still?
It's in case one of you start to fall.
You're very fidgety, Aldovano. Let's face
I can't do
it.
that right now. I have to do it tomorrow. All right. Well, if you guys want to head out, I'll follow your lead.
All right. I guess let's get going then. Thank you to the shopkeeper.
Of course. So as you you step outside, and you start picking up. You start picking up the trail. You start heading west, and as you're leaving the town, even the slightest breeze. This one's a bit too creepy. Let's just go back to this one.
Oh.
Yeah, this one's creepy too. I forgot. This one will work.
Ooh,
Not
it's very
creepy,
like
though.
Doom
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, like I said, we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
have
like
to do
Dune.
this.
Yeah.
This track
Let's
is
do this.
this track is called Moisture Farm, and once again, thank you to the ever talented Tabletop Audio for letting us use this stuff. This is always incredible.
So does anyone know how to drive these things? This is our first time having a cart as a group.
Audubon
Everyone's been doing
seems
pretty-
to know
yeah.
how to.
Yes.
Do we have? Is this like a pulling a small hand cart, or like are we able to like ride? in this
you
thing?
you got
Like a
a
wagon.
pretty big axe beak, so he's able to quite easily pull you all across, and
I mean, I've watched Fargus do it.
and
I could try.
and in the style of the Alabast thing, rather than traditional wagon wheels, the wagon has treads on the side as to not sink into the salt dunes.
Ooh. Fun.
Yeah, I can drive, but if anyone wants to give it a shot, get some practice. But
There are definitely no tight corners coming up. It's just wide open plains. You can see for a really long time. See for a really long distance. But I will say, just given the location, even the slightest breeze is causing salt to kick up into your face. And if this location is enough to blanket pretty much the entire country and a little bit of Brascalia in the weather phenomena known as the salt winds, even the slightest breeze here is like a mini salt wind going right into your face.
Cosmo
So-
putting on her modified single goggle and
yeah,
pulling up her scarf. I could take a crack at it.
So, let me go over to the battle map thing so we can take a look at the world map right here. So, we're gonna zoom in. This little thing is a dry rock. So, which direction? What
West.
thing do you want to do? Just directly west?
Directly west.
All right. So, this is going to be your first day of travel, moving over to this square right here.
What time is
Yeah.
it currently again? Sorry.
It was 2 p.m. when you left, but
We've been traveling for hours.
yeah. So if you want to do something, just depends on when you want to do it.
Yeah, so before our journey started, I guess, maybe a couple minutes in, Amelia would have just asked the group, so if we were to get in a fight, who is the most itching to be first?
If
Or,
we get into a fight,
yeah, if something bad happens, who would want to be the first one to act, or who would be best to?
I usually try to be the first one to jump into the enemy's face. But I feel like Cosmo and Dante as well are right there with me. Three of us charging in.
I prefer to react
I
to
mean-
the situation going on.
I'll just take your guys' word for it, because a lot of the times I don't even know.
Rock, paper, scissors, or what is it? Boulder, parchment, shears, you guys. Tell me who wins.
I don't
can
know how to play
imagine
this game. What is
if
it?
if we get attacked, all of us like, no.
Let me at him.
What is
Do it
going?
right now.
Got like archers trained on you. What are they doing? I don't want to mess with them.
Keep tying. So annoying.
They're trying to see who gets to kill us first.
Okay, well, let me just impromptu pick someone. Dante, prepare yourself. I'm gonna like wave my
Ready.
hand.
Whoa.
And I'll wave my hand.
Whoa.
Well, actually, I have a staff. I have to remember I don't use my hand. Like I use my staff, and it kind of like hypnotizes you for a second, and you feel this like potential of like a burst of energy. Like I like tap your chest with it with the staff, and this like
Ooh.
a potential burst of energy is stored within you. I just cast Gift of Alacrity on you.
Very nice.
So you get to add a D8 to your initiative rolls for the next 8 hours.
Dang.
Nice. Up
That's
until
awesome.
10 p.m.
And then I just turn around and I like do it to myself too. So I also have it.
Lovely.
Fancy.
And then while
So
we're
now-
traveling, oh, sorry.
You're good.
Thank you, Amelia. Amelia, do you have anything else for weight loss, or is this all we have?
What do you want to do that?
Yeah,
You
it's
expect
called,
the way you are.
Eating properly and exercising.
I'll try sometime.
That sounds like hard
I mean,
magic.
it's difficult. I understand.
Well, our whole entire existence right now is exercise.
This is true.
Then you must eat better, which I feel like would be hard out here.
We eat what we
His
get.
diet of purely the meatball mansion is suddenly
And
coming into
chocolate.
question.
It's too convenient.
Right.
While we're riding, I'll just be like occasionally blowing on the whistle. Do I hear anything from it, or does it sound like it's even working?
The only person the
Uh-oh.
you cannot
Don't.
hear it,
Wait.
but Vivi and Artavan can.
That thing is awful.
What do you
I
mean?
can't hear anything.
Your guys'
Why
ears
is
are
Can
like,
you
Knock
at
it
least
off.
warn me? Can you please at least warn me before you blow into it?
From there on out, I'll go. I'm gonna blow.
But go ahead and make a perception check, Wayne.
I'm just teaching Cosmo how to drive an axe beak.
12.
I was like, Vivi knows how to do guidance, so he could guidance you.
Oh yeah, add a
Okay.
D4. Yeah, Vivi would guide you.
16.
All right.
Nice.
You do not hear any response to the whistle.
Dang it.
And then, are we in a closed wagon or is it like an open one?
I would think for here there'd be a tarp over it.
Okay. Because I do.
Protect all my baking ingredients.
Just
You wanted
also
to
for-
bring that? You didn't want to leave it in town?
Why would she leave it in town?
'Cause we're
People
gonna
might
go
I
back.
steal
don't
it.
know if you need it.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
Plus, it'll make the wagon more enticing. We're supposed to be bait, right?
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
The purple worm will love it.
So bandits would love it. Well, why wouldn't they love the potential of a great meal?
And then while we're just kind of stay entertained too, I would be kind of staring off into the distance, trying to pick up anything that stands out from the salt dunes.
I spy something white.
So as you're looking around, occasionally,
Clouds?
occasionally there are large salt crystal boulders that dot the landscape, and then you will see what looks to be a bone white, almost dead-looking tree here and there that you would recognize as brine root.
Is it good for like alchemical stuff, like the bark on it or something?
No, it's more really good for fire to burn.
Oh, that makes sense.
'Cause
Does
it's
it
super
burn?
dry.
You know when you burn salt, how it like the fire turns into like different
Mm.
colors.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Ooh.
blues and greens.
That's
Does
gonna
it do
be
that?
us tonight.
Oh, that'll be
Also-
fun. Okay.
That would be cool.
Also, you could like use the roots maybe to like put salt in your water if you're boiling it. I mean, if the wind doesn't blow on it at all.
Ooh, maybe.
It's like portable salt without salt.
Hmm.
Yeah. But For this first day of travel,
Salty.
somebody roll a d6 and go ahead and roll it on the foundry because the audience can see it now.
The game's paused. Can we roll?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yep,
we
there
can't
we
roll
go.
on pausing. Who's rolling?
Let's
Who's
all
yours?
roll.
D6.
D6?
All of us at the same time?
No.
I'm gonna roll it. Boop.
Go, Erica.
5.
All right.
5 purple.
Oh, not bad.
On a 5,
5 purple worms.
No.
I needed to roll a
You're
d.
dead.
I need you to roll a d100. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Ah.
But as you are, what the crap? As you are going through, you don't see too much activity other than the occasional little lizard that scuttles past along the salt. Probably know the biggest one you see is maybe like a foot long. And then, you know, the occasional insects, black scorpions and things like that, but nothing big enough to warrant any real attention.
Sounds good.
Okay, just Cosmo would probably get real good real fast in this expanse of nothingness where there's no turning involved.
You're doing great.
Don't flip the cart.
I'm not.
Make
Yeah,
make
later.
a make a vehicle handling check, which I think would be a dexterity, but you're not proficient, so don't add that.
Okay, so just a dexterity.
dex.
Yep, just a flat dexterity.
Yeah, just flat dex. That's a 17.
You're
Wow.
doing pretty good. You're getting pretty
Yay!
comfortable with it.
Yes.
Granted, there's not a lot of things to practice with.
It's mostly
Precisely.
about the axe speak reacting to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you're not too harsh. Okay.
Am I doing good? Am I doing good? Good.
No one says anything. They're like,
I feel like there'd be a lot of like awkward silence moments. Like, so
I'll take the
Dante,
silence.
do you have any cool stories when you were a soldier?
Oh, too
Ooh, yes.
many. You got to get me
Nice.
some good ale before we start those talks.
All right, Amelia. Do you have any cool stories?
what kind of story? I don't know what's exciting to you.
I have no idea. I'm just trying to pass the time. He's looking for some ale right now too.
I can imagine that Dante's just, trying to just make sure that Amelia is just feeling, calm and not nervous about this first adventure. So, Amelia, do you want to name our axe beak? I feel like we need a good name for
Oh.
our new comrade.
Hmm.
Beakzilla, Sir Chop-a-Lot. Okay, you choose.
Far
Okay.
more creative than me. I was like beaky.
That's
Perfect.
Whatever.
perfect.
It's been decided.
What color is it? Wait, what color is it first?
It is mostly like a charcoal color, but along the front of its neck and down to its belly, some of the feathers are white.
Pepper.
What?
Pepper. In the
Pepper?
salt lands.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's
I like
adorable.
that.
That's you. Cosmo whispers that under her breath. Amelia's like, that is the most genius name. That is it. It is Pepper.
Wait, what? I was joking.
No, that's better than Beaky. It actually has purpose.
No,
Pepper it is.
it's not better. What are you talking about?
Salt and pepper. I like it.
Well, now we need a separate ones that's white to call it salt.
Maybe later. For now, Pepper.
Okay.
Good job, Cosmo.
All right.
Thanks.
So this first day goes relatively uneventful. Are you guys going to push on through the night as it cools down, or are you going to stop and make camp?
Is it
Yeah.
better to
I think camping's
Travel
probably
during the night?
best.
Okay.
We don't know any. We don't have any idea of how far away our enemies are, so it might not even be worth resting. I mean, it might not be worth going through the whole night. We would just be exhausting ourselves. We might
For
not
no
have
real
to.
reason, right?
And Cosmo can use some of our stuff to make cornbread.
And you have to sleep so you can hold me when I start shaking or something.
Oh.
That sounded weird now that I say it. The hold person
Are
spell you spoke of?
Are you
Oh,
illness? Are you sick?
Audubon. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. This is new for me too.
Whoa!
I feel like in another universe we were husband and wife.
Are you flirting,
Weird.
Cosmo? Whoa!
I was talking about the purple worm. I'm gonna stop
Oh.
talking.
All I can think of is just like
I'm sure.
all I can think of is just Avatar. The island reveals all truths. Replace that with the Saltlands.
Hey Dante, I found ale.
Give it here.
So as you hunker down for the night, we're just gonna, for the sake of expediency, gonna use like the same rules you use through the day, in the night as well. So the night is going to go relatively. The night's gonna go relatively smooth, other than the occasional gust of wind blowing salt. And everything. So is there anything you would like to do in the night?
So we don't do watches and stuff, or is that just part of the rule?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do the watch. I was just I was saying like kind of before bed. So yeah, we'll do the watches. I'm just not having you roll the random encounter again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Thankfully.
Only one per day, so it might not be through the day. It might be in the night, kind of a deal.
Well, my
so
watches are very. I can watch most of the night, so I imagine I might be good at that.
Oh, I was gonna take first watch. I mean,
I just only need to rest for about 4 hours, and then I'm good the rest of the day.
well then I can take the first watch, and then you can take it after.
Well, I mean, it's sometimes good to take it in duos, though. Like, I mean, that's what we've done in the
think so,
past.
yeah.
Whoever
That
wants
was
to watch with me, they
smart.
can.
Cosmo, I can watch with you. I'll go first watch.
Okay. Okay. Sweet.
And I can watch with Vivi, and then Artavan if you want to watch with Amelia.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, first watch would be Dante and Cosmo. So I need you
It's
both
me.
to make perception checks. Not at disadvantage, because even though it's nighttime, it's pretty bright out.
Plus, I have advantage thanks to my shield. Which is a good thing, because my first roll was a 1, and then my second was a 19.
Wow.
18 for me for perception.
Oh, lovely.
All right. So, as you were looking around, kind of the area, there's no real movement that catches your attention. But then, as you're looking out, you hear this little through the sand next to you. It sounds small, but there's something shifting in the sand, probably a good 15-20 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'll nudge Cosmo and kind of, yeah, you hear that?
Yeah. Should I throw my javelin at it?
Give it a shot.
Okay. She's gonna take her javelin and throw it.
All right, because you can't see it quite yet, it's gonna be at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. $13.
13 will hit.
Yay!
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. 8.
8 damage. So you hear the shifting and stuff, and you throw the javelin, and it sticks in, and the shifting immediately stops. And then your javelin comes back to you.
I got it.
I'm gonna start approaching slowly.
As you approach, you see a little hole in the salt being slowly filled where the javelin teleported out with the red stained salt. Slightly red stained salt, and it's probably just like an inch or two below the surface. You see this like lump underneath the salt.
I'll kick it. Is it dead?
It does not move. It appears to be dead.
All right, I'm gonna push away all the sand, all the salt, and pick it up with my hand then.
All right, as you do it, you see this gray. You pull out this gray rodent. Looks like a weasel that has been impaled. So it's probably about this big. That is a dry weasel.
Well, I'm gonna come skipping back, saying midnight snack.
Yeah. Perfect.
Nice
Yeah.
shot, Cosmo.
All
Thank you.
You go, you cook it up. It's very salty, believe it or not, and
Oh, nice.
and stringy. Not terrible, but not great either. Little on the bland side.
But it's lived in salt its whole life. It's salted perfectly.
It's like moist. It's like slightly moisturized jerky.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I would say let's go with that. Slightly moisturized jerky.
It's gross.
And Dante, go ahead and make a dexterity check. Are you proficient with leatherworking tools?
I don't recall if I am.
On D&D Beyond, in the bottom left, you can see all your tool proficiencies.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
I could disguise
No, it
it.
doesn't say it.
Okay, then don't add your proficiency bonus. Just going to be a straight dex check.
Okay. All right. Let me do dex then. 22.
Yeah.
When you cook and eat it, you also have a perfectly intact dry weasel pelt.
Love
Whoa.
that.
Maybe you can sell that for some money.
So yeah,
There we go.
just
could
a
make a
just a
hat.
little thing, but yeah, it.
or like a really
yeah.
cool bandana.
Cosmo, I like that
Or you
idea.
can make a fanny pack. Just sew it into a fanny pack.
Maybe a little
man bag?
scarf.
Or you could do what this guy did in real life and turned a couple dead rats into pencil holders and installed pencil sharpeners where their anus was. I'm not joking. That was a thing. Somebody did that.
What a creative
I
person.
didn't
Zipper
know
on
whether
their
you were
back.
joking or not.
No, I am completely serious.
Oh my
I am 100% serious. On
There
that.
are people out there that I believe would do that.
Dante, not so much.
He thinks
Well,
about
let's put
it.
it-
Nah.
Put it in my pocket for now, okay?
Let's be real though. In our home game, in the Blood Money campaign, Nikki, your character would buy that immediately.
Aspen? Oh yeah. Anything weird.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so,
And-
go ahead, Dante.
I was just gonna say, do we hear anything else or anything else to be worried about, or does it
That-
just seem like it's isolated incident with this
Just
weasel?
an isolated incident, just
Okay.
a little critter approaching your camp.
Sweet.
All right, and then second watch is Vivi and Wayne, which.
So
Oh,
I would be awake, but I'm just gonna be studying
okay.
and like writing in my journal and stuff. So
Okay. That was the random encounter that was rolled. So, unless you want to do anything specific, it's gonna pass through pretty
Uneventful.
standard. Yeah.
Cool. I'll leave the role playing with Vivi for when he's actually here.
Fair enough. Thank you for sparing me my throat. What's left of my throat right now. Speaking of which, let me take a swig of this awful, awful lemon juice.
I think
So
Wayne
sour.
would probably
I can feel it.
ask him about like how his instrument works and like different things like that. Just like analyzing that kind of stuff because he was really intrigued after that performance on the train.
All right. And then the final watch would be Amelia and Artavan. So, as Vivi and Wayne go to bed and the two of you are now up, what are you... is there anything you're doing in that time, or are you just awkwardly twiddling your thumbs?
So I feel like one of the things that Artavan likes to do, he's seen like his teacher, the one that taught him all of his paladin ways. He's seen them cast different kinds of higher level spells and really impressive different abilities, and so he will probably kind of like as a morning exercise try and replicate some of those things. And so you probably see him like if we're not like talking or whatever, it's like you're studying, so I'm doing my own thing, or if whatever the case may be. But once he has some time, he would, do the whole kind of magical hand thing, the motion, and just trying to make something happen. But it like never works. But it's just something he likes to try and figure out, and then one day, maybe on a level up, he'll figure it out. But that is something
hints.
that
If
he
you're like,
likes to try and do.
if you're messing, I don't know what you call your magic. Like, there's like, the weave, the force. I don't know what this world's magic is called.
It's the weave, yeah.
Oh, the weave. Okay.
Weave.
Then Amelia would be paying attention to the way, because you're basically trying to manipulate the weave, and that's something that she takes classes on, and she's been practicing her whole life. So maybe, can I do an Arcana check to see if I can like guide him to do the thing more properly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa. You're gonna get taught.
I got a 16.
That's not bad. With some of the spells, you're kind of helping him, especially with the spells of like somatic components. I would say during this conversation, you help him with the aspect of spellcasting that is the visualization aspect, such as you interpret time as ice, so it takes on an icy form, has a cold temperature, while other chronergists, their time magic takes the form of sand, as like sense of time kind of a thing, and then translating that into the somatic and mental components of casting the spell to kind of guide him along with it on a more technical thing, as opposed to Artavan, where how you feel when you cast your spells as a paladin is much more. It's much less study and more willpower and desire based, but then kind of offers you that new perspective of a more technical way to look at it. How does it actually function? What are the clockwork mechanisms that are going on behind the scenes? So you get a bit of a better picture, and you feel a little more confident in your progress towards. It's like kind of a realization. It's like, oh, so they probably take that into account. My teacher probably took that into account when casting these spells.
Yeah, I imagine he's very much rigid in his motions and stuff. Like, he's not very elegant in his spell casting. He could use a lot of work, but
yeah. I think Amelia would try, and part of it, I imagine, like learning how to manipulate the magic of the world is to like sense it and feel it, which you obviously already know a little bit about. Like, Artavan would be able to feel the magic, even if it's coming through like is like a god or for your oath or whatever. She doesn't know much about paladins. But she would kind of help you learn to like feel it, because it's everywhere. It's all around. And so she's just helping you tap into something that she had to learn.
I've always had a hard time tapping into more, I don't know, the emotional side of magic. I'm just sort of practicing repetition. It's kind of just so I don't forget it. Perhaps one day I'll get it, but that's a good point. There's more to it than simply saying the words and moving around and feeling angry at someone that did you wrong. Okay.
I feel like it can be all. Well, they both can be helpful.
So you like
Some,
let
the
loose
first
a little
time I
bit.
threw an first time I threw an ice knife, I was angry at my professor. Just chucked it at him. So, emotion works very well. Sometimes
Well.
sheer will also makes it happen.
It's when I'm most emotional. My magic seems to be the strongest. So,
Mine goes
Makes
away,
sense.
so I envy
well,
you that.
that's awkward.
No, just different. Everyone's different. Like, look at Wayne. I don't think he probably just could do it. Not Wayne. Yes, Wayne. Oh my gosh.
Wait, yes.
My mind was like, that's Dylan, Nikki. That's Dylan. And I'm like, no,
What
it's
Cameo.
Wayne.
story time coming soon.
No, yeah, I think Wayne is a kind of an exceptional case. It's all natural to him. And apparently Cosmo too, with whatever she does when she goes blank, she makes
Yeah,
all
she's
sorts of
able to-
weird magical effects.
The weave soars through her as she goes blank, as she calls it.
Yeah. Don't take it lose some
But-
weight.
Agreed.
You know, he probably would agree.
Just
he asked
in his
me how to
sleep,
lose weight
agreed.
just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you
Got
don't mind,
ourselves a
I
good
wouldn't mind
group.
helping you. I
I
wouldn't mind
appreciate
guiding.
it.
It's my
Yeah.
the only thing I'm good at. So
Well, that's the only thing I'm really working towards.
yeah, just feel free. I'd love to give you tips.
And so I think it'd probably be more of that throughout our watch. Just
It's like
practicing-
casual chat.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
little corrections and then thoughts and philosophies, proposals, and stuff like that.
So, as the sun sets, or as the sun rises on the next
Good
day.
night.
All right, who's taking first
Go.
watch?
All right. So
Oh
let's
yeah,
go
sorry,
ahead.
we didn't wake you up.
Back to the battle map. Go ahead and which space are we moving to now?
Can we do like a? I don't know if there's a way to get a general direction, or are we just kind of following what
Go
Wayne
west?
I would
Cosmo-
say.
That's the only information we have is west.
All right. So I would
Okay.
say. So I need you guys to agree out which one we head into, which space, because that determines different random encounters and stuff. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're okay with that? Just west?
Yep,
Right.
just
oh, sure.
west.
All right.
Just
I'm-
west.
Amelia's gonna say this one, and then you guys are like, no, this
I'm
one's
like, I'm trying to drive, but Wayne keeps hitting the axe beak back.
Just like mage hand. Point its head the other direction.
Oh, we did a long
Pepper.
rest, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a long rest. And as you're going, I need one of you to make a perception check. You can either do the help action, give one of you advantage, or two of you can make one. And then
I'll
do
give.
it on a Foundry, so the audience
Oh,
can
yes.
see.
Which this?
I'm fine helping.
I'm gonna give Cosmo the gift of alacrity this morning.
Oh, me.
And then who's doing the checks?
I'm gonna give a help action for whoever does it.
Okay. So who's doing the perception check?
Who's the best at this? Who has great
I
eyesight?
believe Vivi
I
is,
have advantage on mine,
but-
but
I'm
It's
also pretty
wisdom,
good.
right? Who's
Yeah.
the most wise, you guys?
I'm pretty sure it's Dante.
I got +5 on this one, guys, surprisingly.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
it's-
you
yeah.
do it. I'll give you help action.
wow.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll that
Please.
with advantage.
Okay.
All right.
17.
17.
Yeah. So as you're going, you do see on the white canvas that is the salt dunes, kind of off to your left a little bit. you do see these what look to be black specks, almost like a wreckage of something or something spread across the salt, but it's definitely not part of the terrain, and it is not moving at all. It is not like a living thing that you're seeing.
Well, guys, what do you think about that? You see that over there?
I think we should go check it out.
It's like pepper.
It's the one thing that you can see in this land of salt, so perhaps.
Mine as well, right? Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Cosmo,
Onward, Pepper.
onward.
All right.
And Cosmo.
So as you approach this thing, you get close, and then you see torn apart axe beaks that have been picked away by scavengers. There are discarded saddles near it, and there are discarded saddles near it, and it looks like they were attacked by something big, half eaten, and then what was left was just left.
Recent-ish?
Few days.
Are there any massive holes in the ground?
No, but they're just because due to the more fluid nature of the dunes here. But you do see what looks to be a large track of something that was moving underground, and you can see very far, and it went down, very far to the southeast, off in the distance.
So, is it like we're on white sand, or is it kind of like a salt flats where it's like crusty, white, cracked?
It's more like white sand.
Okay.
It's like the Sahara.
That changes.
It's literally
my
there's like
image of everything.
dunes of like sand, basically.
Yeah. These are
But
big
salt
dunes.
instead.
But salt, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that changes my whole
Okay.
image.
Perception.
Yeah.
You've been looking at a mirage the whole time.
Yeah, I was looking behind us. I don't know. I guess.
But you, so looking at this, you do recall that the Stockton gang was supposedly a gang of Axebeak riders, and you managed to clock the remains of, piecing it together, there seems to be the corpses of about 8, give or take, Axebeaks.
Ooh.
Yeah, do we see footprints, or other than that one kind of like tunnel-looking?
Make a survival check.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you guidance.
I
please.
feel like Vivi should start like getting stuff like from the remains. Wouldn't he do that?
Probably.
And Andrew, that's just
If
a
any
plus D4,
saddles
right?
Are in good
Yeah, just
condition. Or
D4.
Yeah, a
something.
little bit. It's pretty ripped apart, but I would say, ooh,
It's
Dang.
amazing.
26.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Natural
on
19.
on like a 12 to an 18, you would have gotten the general direction. Above an 18, it would have narrowed it down. But on a 26, you know that they directly went this way. Like
Wow.
there's not a question in your mind.
Cool.
Guys, the schnoz of mine. Whew,
Incredible.
nothing
Very
get past
good.
it.
All right.
I'm very
Um,
impressed.
So no random encounter for this square because that was kind of the encounter. Well, at least for the day, but I do still need somebody to roll the d6 for today.
I'll roll it this time.
Do you want to roll a perception or whatever for Vivi? Someone? Because like
Or
he
investigate.
does
Or
some cool
investigation.
stuff. Yeah, investigation.
He's got
Investigation
a
check.
+3, so
Yeah.
boppity boo. 16 plus 3, 19. Investigation as he's
18. Okay.
princess or him or whatever looking through some Axebeak carcass.
It seems that the with the 26 on there, it seems that they went back and picked up some of their stuff. But Vivi does manage to find a very nice and intact Axebeak saddle.
Nice.
Oh, And then roll the d6.
Yep, roll the d6.
That is a 6.
Nice.
Alrighty. So as you go through the night, it is very dry here. So you went through the water skins like immediately, and you basically by the end of the night, you guys are pretty much dying for Vivi to go and throw in one of these spike spouts into the ground. One of the spike spouts into the ground to bring up that fresh, cool water. But on a really, really rare occasion, like this one, as you start setting up for camp, a slight rain begins to fall. It's not torrential by any means, but there is a refreshing drizzle.
Ooh, salty.
That's really nice.
It does. My skin
Can I,
doesn't
like-
feel as crusty anymore.
I'm gonna cast frostbite. I'm gonna fill up a little bowl and cast frostbite, so it'll turn to ice, so it'll be there longer. I'll just do a whole bunch of them.
Nice.
Just sticking my tongue out, mouth wide open in the air.
All right. But other than that, is there anything you would like to do in the night?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing for me, personally, unless anyone wants to talk to me.
No, we never
Just
want
don't
to talk
want.
to you again.
No, after what happened, I get it.
I think I would want to talk to Artaban. Yeah. So I'll take watch with Artaban.
All right. So during your watch, Artavan, you're practicing
Take
the stuff
first
you went
watch.
over with Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
So you were kind of in and out of sleep when we were at the library the other day. Did you hear me when I yelled that I found your town listed in the in one of the books?
Oh, right, I didn't believe you.
I wrote it down word for word. It said, in the last 200 years, mass increase in small settlements, and it listed a bunch of them, but towns like Drifton. So I found Drifton in one of the books on there.
Might be a different one. But, I mean, maybe. That's really surprising if it actually is the case.
Well, I mean, I sat there thinking, and I mean, maybe it's not on any of the maps just because no one's written about it yet. What do you think if I started writing about it?
I don't know. We've had very little dealings with outside people. And the one that is familiar with our home is kind of ruining it. And so if I'm a little hesitant about making it, putting it on the map, because it might make people start showing up and might be more people like him. But I mean, at the same time, I could attract people who are of the opposite, so who am I to say? If you wish to, that should be fine by me.
I mean, because it could attract people like us as well.
This is true.
I mean, there was one thing, I mean, I was leaving home, I was very nervous, but one of the things that excites me is I've read a lot of books, and I find a lot of things very interesting, but I think the things that are even more interesting are the things that haven't been written about yet. And
Mystery of the unknown. The thrill of it all.
I mean, your town, it's definitely small, but I think you're a very interesting person, and I would love to know more.
As I've been adventuring, I've realized how strange a little town seems. Little oddities about it that most other small towns don't seem to share. And so yeah, it is an interesting place. I think it would do you some. I think you would enjoy visiting.
And maybe sometime afterwards I could take you back to meet my family.
Yeah, No reason not
There's
to.
plenty of room at the cave.
I've heard a lot about this cave, and I'm terrified. But I will visit.
I mean, it's nice. It's not too bad.
Is it a literal cave, like an actual cave, or is it just like a man cave?
It's a really big cave. Yeah.
I see. Something to look forward to then.
I mean, it's really nice. I mean, we have furniture and we have a library, a lab, places to study.
Are you sure it's a cave?
I mean, that's what I call it.
Well, I am very curious to see what it actually is. What I would call it.
The cave is a fitting name.
So tell me what I'm doing wrong here. And he kind of do the same
Still the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. I just do it.
Have you
There
tried
are
just doing
casting
it?
5th level paladin spells. It's like this. You're like Aang of the Avatar.
Right?
All right. But as the next day draws, as the sun rises on the next day, which space are we moving to?
Diagonal.
The way that
One-
Dante points us to.
And just to get
Southwest.
and just to get
Let's go back to stories.
No, please, no.
and just a heads up, just so you can get a thing for spacing. Kind of how I have it is each of these squares is roughly like a 20 mile by 20 mile square. So you're going about 20 miles a day.
Oh, I'm exhausted already. I'm
Well.
so glad we're not walking. I don't think I would have survived another day.
And I would say by this point, if you're stopping to get water throughout the day, by this point, Vivi would have used 5. Actually, no, probably like 3 a day. So like 6 of the 40 spike spouts that he picked up.
I think we split it between each of us.
But
Yeah. But
yeah,
as long as we know how many we have left.
Yeah.
Somebody roll a d6 for me.
I'll do
Amelia.
it. Boundary's loading. It's loading. A D6. Roll. Did it go?
5.
5.
Yep. A 5
Okay.
on this square. Let me look up the table I had.
Yeah, man.
And just so you know, and this is for audience reference too. When I roll random encounters, I usually like assign a table of random encounters to each of these spaces, and then it's pretty random. Higher does not necessarily mean better. You could get a 1, and that could be the best outcome on that space. It's purely random. All right, so as you're heading out through the day, you feel the wind start to pick up. As it starts to pick up, it gets faster and faster as it turns into a well and true salt wind. But that doesn't seem quite right.
Goggles on.
And as
Goggles
you throw
always go on.
the goggles on, and it stops kind of blinding you, and you can start to see a little clearer. Forming around you is a salt twister.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Someone cut in the middle of it.
Gavin, how big is this? Do we need to be concerned?
No.
Yes. As
Uh-oh.
it is forming around you, it stretches up about 100 feet as it
Forming
starts to
around
pick
us?
up. Forming around you, I would say as it's going, you kind of breach as it's forming, and then the solid wall of it forms about 10 feet behind the cart as it starts picking up. So I'm going to be looking for 6 successes before 3 failures. So, as the wind is picking up and lashing, and the salt is stinging and actually going fast enough to kind of cut into you. What are you guys doing to help the situation? Let's start with Artavan. You're kind of driving at the moment, so what are you doing to
Well, it's either me or Cosmo driving. Either way, yeah. Let's say he's driving. He is going to try and just book it as quick as he can to encourage the Axbeak to move a little faster.
All right, go ahead and make a land vehicle check.
Guidance.
Add a D4.
So just a regular dex check with a D4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to shout over to Dante, don't rub his back.
Yeah, I was getting my massage hands ready, man.
Who's touching my back?
Sorry, that
9.
was me.
Got a 9. That is
Nice.
one failure. It
All
seems
right,
it
good
seems
start.
that the Axbeak is starting to panic with the winds and kind of serpentines a bit. So you're not. So it's like you are technically moving faster, but it's not in a direct line. So it's just because he's freaking out a bit. So it's like in terms of distance, you're not gaining any more distance from this thing. So that is one failure. All right, and then let's go with Wayne. What are you doing?
What I just said. Guessing guidance on Artavan.
All right, I would say go ahead and make a spell casting check. So just wisdom with proficiency.
Or charisma.
Or yeah, charisma. That's right. You're a sorcerer, not a cleric.
Okay, so I will just roll to hit. Oh no. That's 10.
10. That is a second failure.
All right.
No.
That was fast.
All right.
This is
So,
looking like the
Who
last
wants to
one.
fail next?
All right.
Can I like?
Yeah.
Can I like use investigation to kind of like look around our location and just see if I can discern a better path to take that Artavan's not taking us on?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that investigation.
Okay. Should I do it on Foundry? Or does it
Yes,
matter?
please. Yeah, Foundry.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
I can't have my little thing's not open.
Do the little hand.
Oh, thank you. All right. Boop. Investigation. Normal roll. Okay, I have a good modifier though. I got an 11.
Hey,
That
we did
just
9,
succeeds.
10, 11.
Oh yeah.
it.
That just succeeds. The DC is gonna be getting a bit higher with each one. But as you're going, you see this just around the next dune, a bit of a corner. So you guide Artavan, and Artavan, you manage to get Rain in the Axbeak and get him to take a wide berth around this dune, while the Twister slows down a bit going over it.
Oh.
But it is still right on your tail. All right, Dante, what are you doing?
All right, Gavin. So I'm gonna be like trying to just like hold down like our equipment. Like the tarp, I'm gonna be like trying to like reinforce stuff just so it doesn't start, flying everywhere, making everyone just panic. I'm just trying to secure the situation as best we can.
All right.
Cosmo would probably help him with that. Yeah.
All right, then both of you make athletics checks for me.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
I got a
Hey, hey.
15.
BB with
Cosmo.
guidance, Dante.
all
We're
right.
gonna look back and BB's just spinning around in circles in the twister.
All right, I'm gonna make
I'm grabbing his tail.
make a charisma ability check.
Let's see if he could do it.
Okay.
Please. Oh! Oh!
Wow.
He gets blown
he's
away
gone.
for half
I
a
don't think
second.
he's here anymore.
That
So,
one.
with
Oh,
that-
Burrowing in the cart.
No!
So with
I'm
that,
gonna die.
as the
That's fine.
with
We've
that
died
failure, the Twister finally catches up and lifts up the cart, and then drops
Hold
it.
on.
So yeah, what's everybody doing?
I'm holding onto the cart.
All right.
I got Cosmo.
Cosmo,
Get ready.
Cosmo's gonna
Everybody
grab
make-
BB and Wayne and just like
Well, no,
Use
I'm
her
getting
body.
ready to Misty Step in the opposite path of
unless
the
you're
Twister.
unless you're casting
Yeah.
a spell like Misty Step, everybody make a dexterity or strength saving throw.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm rolling bad for BB.
7 for Dante.
A dirty 20
And
for
I
me.
have.
Ugh. Got
Your
a
factory
10.
hates us right now.
Oh, I forgot to roll on there. Dang it. The axe beak got a natural 20, by the way.
All right, so the
Ooh.
axe beak manages. The axe beak gets unhooked from the cart and manages to just skirt by the twister.
I'm
but
riding him.
everybody who got
That shows
below
+6.
a 13
So should I
on
say
that-
+1?
on that saving throw.
Uh-oh.
As the cart goes and crashes, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage as you're lifted up really high,
Oh.
and
Mine
then
was a
Wow.
half of
15.
that on a successful save.
9 points of
Does-
damage.
Does 15 succeed?
Yes.
15 does
Yes.
succeed.
Okay,
Emily
so I
gets the
have.
wind knocked out of her and she's just like barely breathing.
So I
she's
took 9
wheezing.
points of damage.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So as it goes, smack, and the twister. Oh, that hurt. The twister
Ugh.
finally goes and blows away. The
It's
cart.
got music.
The cart.
Yeah.
The
being-
music's gone.
Yeah.
The
The,
little jukeboxes.
the cart being heavily reinforced isn't damaged. However, it is half buried, and will take the rest of the day to.
Do I
Dig
take
out.
any damage using up my spell slot?
No, since you misty stepped, no, you don't have the kinetic energy didn't transfer.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are you
That was
guys okay?
fun.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm
No, I
fine.
can't
And I'm gonna
breathe.
immediately go up. She's not breathing. Kind of shaking a little bit.
She'll just like kind of shove you, but it's really weak.
Yeah.
She'll breathe after
Oh,
a
no.
second. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Vivi, where's Vivi?
Really hurt.
Vivi burrowed and he's gone.
Vivi, Vivi, I would say because he could take one willing creature, Vivi grabbed onto Wayne when he misty stepped. It's just like, I'm all right, love.
oh, my goodness. Oh.
Wait, can I?
I don't think that's a
I think
Misty
that's
Step
I
thing.
think that's
Thunderstep.
just the Thunderstep.
Oh, that's just Thunderstep. Oh,
But he
So
has
grabbed
Misty
onto
Step.
Wayne
Yeah,
and
he
then-
has.
yeah, Vivi would have just misty stepped then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
that was
that's
scary.
better than the worm, I hope. Or maybe not.
I think
Uh.
with that too, I'm like, all right, everyone come close.
Okay.
And then I would, over the course of 10 minutes, kind of pull out my book and just be
You want to do it by
chanting
the
some-
cart?
we're doing it by the cart, so that way you can be working. But
Yeah.
I'll just be chanting some draconic words for the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing on everybody.
Whoa, I know what
Alrighty.
you're saying. That's cool.
Oh, you can understand me?
I know Draconic, yeah.
Oh, that's
A, B,
awesome.
C, D, E, F.
He's just saying,
Yeah.
please, 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 please. Just kidding.
9
I
minutes.
can't believe that twister came. Oh my gosh, we all almost died.
Ah.
Excuse
But yeah.
me, Bahamut, could you please do me a favor and
If you're
I
not-
want this for Christmas, and I want this for Christmas.
I like to
Alright.
think that in Infernal you sound really cool.
All right, but let's do it.
827.
Let's do it in Foundry. Can I? Oh,
Not.
Yeah, it doesn't update our things at all.
go like that. A normal.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
What?
Everyone gets 17 healing.
That was, we took 18, so that's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
all right.
Oh, Wayne, I feel much better. Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks,
so
Wayne.
much.
Oh,
good.
thank you.
All
I'm
right.
glad you guys are feeling better.
Anybody want to help?
Oh,
Of course. Yeah.
can I use? I
Been
guess
asking
I'll use
for 10 minutes.
prestidigitation to like get rid of like some of the.
Make
I'll
it
just kind of like
clean and stuff.
make it like push
Oh,
things
cute.
aside so it's a little neater. Yeah.
All right. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna take
I'll
you
help him with my muscles.
I'll do guidance.
it's gonna take the rest of the day to get that, but you do manage to keep it intact. You did manage to keep it intact, and
So it looks fine. There's
Uh,
nothing broken.
yeah, if it was 20 or more damage, then it would have broke.
Oh, very
Um,
close.
But yeah, but the as you dig it out, the sun sets, and it is yet another night. The axe beak did stay nearby, so it was pretty simple retrieving him, just calling him over. He's pretty well trained.
Nice.
Good pepper.
Good old Pepper.
All right,
Give him a little bit of extra cornbread.
all right, and then you cooking up. What are you cooking up, Cosmo, for the night for dinner?
Ooh. Pancakes.
Pancakes. All right, so you're using your flour and stuff. I would say for you, what would be?
Do you know what you're doing?
Yes,
I'm just
definitely.
gonna. I'm just gonna.
I
roll
looked
this
at a whole
now.
bunch of recipes while at the library.
Wow.
Whoa!
You're good on the con save.
All right, I won't get sick.
I would say for the
Chocolate
yeah,
pancakes.
I would say for the
I'll
for
take
the cooking,
chocolate.
make either
Yeah.
a wisdom or intelligence check, your choice, or dexterity, your choice for I guess
Okay.
how you're cooking, how you're preparing the food.
I'll help you out. I'll help you. I took some cooking lessons, so I'll give you advantage.
Oh, okay.
We can cook together.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask, how much do those bags of flour weigh?
Are they each like a pound of flour?
They're like she got the big bag, so they're like 10 pounds.
15.
15? You
Yeah.
make pretty dang good pancakes considering the circumstance. You don't
And
have
they
any
have
syrup.
chocolate chips.
You don't have any
They have
syrup,
chocolate chips.
but yeah, they have
Yeah.
chocolate chips.
Yeah, the chocolate chips are enough. They don't need syrup.
So I would kind of be like, I mean, I have plenty of room in here. I've been meaning to say, do you want to store your cooking stuff inside of my bag of holding?
Oh, sure. I mean, after we're good enough bait, I'll put it in there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a pain the whole trip. We've been having to keep the salt out of the sugar. It's very challenging once it gets in there.
I think it adds a new profile of flavor.
As long as there's a little, it's fine. As soon as there's more, it will not be.
You can just pick it out, can't you?
I wonder if I could use prestidigitation to like unsoil this sugar so it would get rid of all the
Unsalt
anyway.
the sugar. Yes.
Fun.
Oh, yeah.
This is the weirdest thing I've eaten on the road. Like just kind
Really?
of flopping the pancakes
I've
around.
never had it, and it's amazing.
Right? Thank you.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Right.
This is just so different.
Stop. Nothing.
I will.
Delicious. She definitely put a little bit more chocolate in hers.
All right.
I think Wayne would definitely be eating this like super mouthful, like a little bit sticking out as he's chewing, kind of a thing.
All right.
Wayne, you take one bite at a time. One bite. Chew it. Swallow. Okay. That's not what I'm saying. But I understand.
You have to get it all in to get the full flavor. He's actually doing it very, very good. Yes. Doing it the smart way.
I'll work my way to there. The fact that I don't have utensils is already very challenging for me.
I just use Mage Hand.
I'll start doing that.
Yeah.
But you don't
Alright.
see mine because it's invisible, so you just see like a floating pancake.
Whoa, you can make pancakes
How do you
float.
do that?
Whoa.
I just kind of use my mind and it comes to me.
Whoa.
Alright.
That's amazing.
So as the night goes on, is there anything any of you would like to do through the night as you are either taking watch or anything else you'd like to do?
Cosmo would actually talk to Amelia, actually.
Ooh,
Alright.
Yeah. She's like,
Nora.
I have something I'm a little bit curious about. I mean, it's not really anything super important. You don't have to answer it, you know.
No, go ahead. What is it?
I was just wondering what it was like growing up in the city, you know, with like a normal life kind of deal. Like, what was your childhood like and all that?
Well, it was pretty nice. I'm not sure comparatively how it would be with yours or the others' childhoods growing up.
Oh, you
But
can't. You just can't compare mine. I want to hear about yours,
Yeah, no problem.
so I can just see how abnormal mine is, because I'm realizing what I had is not what anyone else had.
I don't know if mine would be considered normal, but I would wake up and I'd get a couple hours in the morning to do what I wanted. I'd usually read, or I'd go out and I'd walk through the garden and prepare myself for the day. I'd have breakfast with my parents. That would last about an hour. We'd talk about things. Then my tutors would show up and I would study different sorts of things until probably about dinner time. I'd get a small break in the middle of it. I'd eat with my family again. My parents would talk. I would sit quietly. Then I would go off on my own for the next few hours and read and study. And then I would stay in my room and just kind of do what I wanted until I got tired. I'd meditate for 4 hours and then I'd repeat it all the next day. And I did that until I was about 70 or 80, I'm not sure. But
That sounds
was
really
my life.
nice.
Oh, it was very repetitive and very boring, but it produced what I can do today, so that is something.
But I wouldn't give for something repetitive and boring.
On occasion, there would be like dances and balls. Then we'd have visitors come. Some men would try and come to court me. I don't care for that, so I'd send them away.
Wow.
I was still young, but it's normal for where I'm from to be betrothed by the time you're, I don't know, about 50 or 60, and then you don't get married for another 100 years or so. That's pretty normal.
I haven't really had the opportunity to look for that. Most of the
I
time,
didn't
a lot
want
of
to.
most of the time, a lot of the people I would have maybe sought after ended up dying by my hands. So, you know, not a lot of options, you know.
Well, your circumstances weren't the best for that sort of thing, but perhaps when you wish to, you could put yourself in a situation where you could look for someone. If you
I
wanted.
want to find someone that loves me like my dad loves my mom.
Yes, and like my papa loves my father.
The relationship probably wasn't very similar. It was interesting, but through thick and thin, they were together. And I miss them.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
About 6 years now.
It's very long. Both of them? About 6 years.
Both of them.
Are they back where you were from? They still there?
I don't think so. I hope not. I really hope not. I would think what I was doing wouldn't have, helped him try to leave as I did, but
So you left first, and they stayed?
mhm.
Well, I hope they aren't either. I hope they got out.
Yeah. So, what else did you like to do in your spare time? Did you ever like go out and spend time with other people your age or anything like that?
No, I hated the people my age. Everybody in the world, in the culture I grew up in, the only thing people care about is your name and the power associated with it.
Oh,
Like,
I know a
didn't
little
like
bit of
it.
what that's like in a different sense, but names do matter where I come from.
Very much. All the men and all the women, the young ones and others, would approach me merely to get to my papa and his business and his money. Not one cared for me. I was merely a means to get what they wanted. So I had no friends, and I was alone. And that I preferred that over fake friendships and people who didn't really care for me.
I only ever had one friend. That I didn't have to,
Yes.
but I was a source for entertainment for most people, but I did make one friend, and he was a very good one. He was actually the one who made all my
Oh.
tattoos. Yes.
They're very lovely. I haven't told you that, but
Thank you. I designed them myself. He's the one who actually applied them, Yeah.
You said
Reluctantly at first. Well, I don't know if his fate is the same as my parents or not. He had to be left behind as well. It was actually he that helped me escape. Mostly, at least. Yeah. He's a very good friend.
I hope he's all right as well then. If he helped you get out.
I hope he is too. He was a grumpy old cat, but he had a soft spot for me. You could tell,
Who wouldn't? Look at you. You're very lovable.
He just knew my parents really well, and whenever they couldn't take care of me, he kind of watched out for me, I think that's the only reason why I wasn't forced to do away with him, is because he made it pretty convincing to other people that he didn't like me at all. But I knew,
Yes, in the private moments when you were together, no one was watching. He was kind.
Very, yes.
That is
yes.
good.
In his own way, of course. But I hope he got out safely. I'd very much like to see him again.
You did not want to go back to check.
No,
I mean, that's kind of insensitive to ask. I wouldn't want to go back either.
I'm never going back to that place. Not while the source of all my troubles is still alive.
Well, I can't help you now, but perhaps when I'm a little more capable of magic, I might be able to help in some way. Just help you determine where they are. If they're alright. Not yet. I'm useless right now.
Well, you're not useless.
Could have been more capable.
I'm told without you we would not have won the fight against the Mind Flayer, so you're not useless. Even
I'm
if
learning
it's
that.
even if it's just bringing up morale. No one person is useless in this world.
Just need to learn your place in it, and that's where I'm at right now.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the offer. I appreciate it.
If you don't mind, I would love to write my thoughts down at this moment.
Oh, no problem.
She'd
Go
just
at
back-
it.
She would go at it.
And with that, Amelia, you write down your thoughts. And Cosmo, you kind of digest the conversation that you had. And the sun rises on the next day. The cart is fully functional again. Baking goods and cooking utensils and stuff stored in the bag of holding now. So now there's actually much more comfortable room in the cart.
Yes.
And
Oh, but I liked that one as a pillow for my feet. It was so nice.
and
Get
then
it?
let's go to this. And then I assume we're just moving another space down here.
If it's diagonal, then yes.
The way that Dante
Yes.
tells us.
All right. So in
He's
this
like a bloodhound.
He's our
So
navigator.
in this leg of the journey, the dunes get smaller and smaller, and the ground
Oh.
steadily becomes a bit more solid, and more boulders are around. As off in the distance, you can see the massive crag plates in the distance that gradually go up for tens of miles. These slopes that form these massive crag tooths in the distance that form the largest canyon in the world, the Great Ravine. But that is still quite a ways off before you would reach that region, but it is very well within your view. Is there anything?
Is there like a legend or story about how these came about in history?
Make a history check.
Boop, boop, boop.
May I make one as
15.
well?
15. Yes, you may make one as well.
14.
Oh, about the same.
It's pretty vague. But you don't recall the exact details, but you do know it was a result of a battle of some sort. But you can't remember which one, as you know, there have been so many battles, especially around the continent of Rellandwell, like where war is considered a form of art by a lot of the cultures here. They are it's hard to narrow down specifically what it is, but it was not a naturally forming canyon at first. It was a result of a battle and then got bigger as the natural world kind of acclimated to it.
It's been a long time though since
Yeah,
that happened
yeah.
though. Yeah.
Thousands of years.
Yeah. Very well. Thank you.
Yeah. And as you're going, Wayne, I assume you've been testing the whistle.
Yep.
All right.
Giving Artavan and Vivi a heads up.
And as you reach this leg of the journey, you blow the whistle. Make a perception check.
That is a 23.
Yeah.
Off in the
Let's
distance,
go.
you just hear this. And as you look and pinpoint the sound, ever so faintly, you see a small pillar of smoke from a campfire rising, nestled within a bunch of boulders.
I would kind of like hit Artavan and point over at it.
Artaban was just
Yeah, he was just sticking his tongue out, flopping it in the wind, and
We can do little bursts for you, Artaban, so you can feel the wind in your face. It's fine.
yeah, I've been doing that for the past 4 days, I think. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Finally.
How are you
do
approaching this set of boulders? Are you riding with your cart up? Are you parking the cart and sneaking up on it? What are you doing?
I suggest we find a place to park the cart.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Maybe
Probably
put it
behind the
upside
boulder?
down or sideways or something, so it looks.
No, they're
abandoned.
behind the boulder.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Is there any other like boulders closer to us that we can kind of?
Yeah. It's
Hide
pretty
behind.
it's pretty rocky terrain. There's a good few, several dozen large boulders, maybe maybe some 10 to 30 feet tall, and like 5 to 40 feet wide. So pretty wide variety. This is you are on the very edge of the Saltlands, to where you're entering into more the terrain that you saw around Thurnwald, as you are only about a little over half a week's travel from Thurnwald.
Right. Yeah, I think we'd look for a spot that has like a little bit of, at least a little bit of shade for the axe beak. Take out its feed and kind of put it down, and I think roll over a decent little rock on it, the end of its leash or whatever, to enable it to move around, eat, but not to run away.
Yeah, and it's definitely easy enough. Definitely easy enough to do that. There are plenty of spaces for that.
And I would preemptively cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yeah. So are we on our? We're probably going to be fighting people soon.
It's very possible, yes.
I'm also gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
That's a good idea.
Cosmo ready
Does
for shield and javelin ready.
Does your Mage Armor always show up, or does it... Like, what does your Mage Armor look
Oh,
like?
how does it look? So I imagine Amelia will, like, wave her little staff around her, and then you see like the runes of like Mage Armor protection. They just kind of like adhere to her, and they glow, and then they kind of dissolve around her.
Cool.
You can't see it.
Now just stay behind us, but just prepare yourself. It might get messy.
Amelia, did you want to Amelia, did you want to cast that one spell again on you and me?
Yes, I will give it just to you though.
Okay.
Which is what, a D8 to initiative?
A D8 to initiative. Yeah. Does anyone want? You know that other thing I can do where you're able to
Bless you.
like
Thank you.
retry basically on your own? Does anyone want that as well?
With what, sorry?
I kind
Does
of
anyone
like
want me to? Does anyone want a Fortune's favor?
I would say give it to Artavan.
Very well. Here you go, Audubon. Here was a
Yes.
Fortune's favor.
Roll
I believe
for
that
happiness.
is it.
I think I'm
Roll for
okay.
happiness.
Bahamut watches over me closely.
All right.
I'm sure
So.
he does.
As you all start approaching this camp, you hear some commotion. It sounds angry. It sounds like arguing. As you hear a woman's voice, absolutely irate, shout out, "This is not how we operate, alright? I'm not comfortable with this." And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh,
And we will be
Ooh.
back after the break in about 15 minutes. So for player reference, that is going to be about 7:28. So, yeah, we're gonna go on break, take care of things that need taken care of, and then we will be back with back to the battle map on the map that is actually created. All right, so see you soon.
Yes.
And we are back.
Ah,
So,
time to divine smite some people.
Yeah.
so as you why does it like go on break and then
Amelia, you've never looked
everybody
so good.
yeah, everybody switches things. It's like nothing changes. I just walk away.
This is me. I'm like, who is it?
I just walk away from the
And
computer.
how come it's never me? I'm always myself.
Wayne knows who he is.
We all have identity
There we go, that looked better.
crises.
Okay. One day that will
Got my
happen to the
seaweed
DM
snacks,
position.
I'm ready.
Then we'll have another DM.
Ah, lucky.
That'd be funny.
Ah, yes, the weed of the sea.
You all level up.
Amelia said it, so
She's not a divination wizard though, so
Ah,
she
one day.
enhanced our time so that we would be like a month older.
I just kept reversing you
Stronger.
over and over again.
so
Like you're in that time chamber from DBZ.
anyway.
I feel like if you
Parabolic.
reverse time too much, it's just like the fountain of youth.
So
That's
as
the plan.
you approach this camp, you hear the argument. That's not how we operate. I'm not comfortable with this. And let's move over to the battle map. And
That's too dang bad.
so
Before we get too close, I do want to ask the group something. So are we just killing them, or are we taking them alive, or what are we doing?
I would
I
suggest
think
we
we-
attempt to talk to them. Especially since one seems like it's fighting with the others. Could use that to our advantage, potentially.
We'll assess the situation if possible. And, we'll take them. I don't know.
I suggest you try not to slaughter them, please. I don't know if my heart could take it, and I don't think that's a good idea in general.
We'll see if we can get them to surrender themselves.
Do you want to split into groups? The ones that are more chatty and able to talk versus the ones that just want to fight if something goes wrong?
I mean, I could go up there.
I feel like Wayne would be very good, as would Vivi. Artavan, you're actually pretty good, and I wouldn't mind coming.
I think Cosmo and Dante as well.
Me?
We need some people to be
Oh,
able to know.
girl.
Yeah, if you want to have a little bit of muscle, maybe to intimidate more, we can come. But if you want us to sneak around, Amelia, I mean, we're down for that as well.
I've read lots of books, and sometimes you split up and you'll surprise them, but I'm fine.
No,
They're
it's
all
good.
just
It's good.
stories, they're not real.
Let's
Whatever
try
you
and
guys think
figure
would be
out.
better.
Yeah, we should probably talk to them first. That would be ideal. Because if we don't have to have any bloodshed and they can, just come in nicely, that would be great.
So let's assess the situation, see what they're arguing over, perhaps, and get a lay of the
Yeah, let's
land.
just-
And
We'll just listen for a second.
right.
Yeah, Amelia, I just do want you to realize that, with the situation, it seems like they already lost their axe beaks, and so they're probably going to be on edge. So I would be surprised if we could, solve this with just words, but we'll try.
I would attempt, attempting is all I ask.
Sure.
So, as you're going, and Cosmo, from where you're standing, you see a little glimpse of movement as well.
I gotta get my mouse out because I
Sorry,
can't.
can you put me further back? I don't want to be anywhere close to.
Oh, you should have control. You should have control.
Oh,
Go,
okay.
Amelia. Go.
Okay.
I just
This
have
was
to-
your idea.
Yeah, I
You guys go
see-
first.
Oh boy, I see coat sleeve and abs, and
Oh, it said,
oh,
it said it's
wow.
not my turn, so I can't.
A
Oh,
little bit of
I
an
have,
arm there.
free movement. There we go.
Thank you. Mhm. Okay, let me just hide here.
And get up against the rock.
I would say, Cosmo, if you're gonna peek out like that, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and as we're going, we want to hear
I know.
what's
but-
being said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
we'll
can
see what
only-
they say before
I can
we...
only say one thing at a time, but Cosmo, if you're peeking out like that, make a stealth check.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay.
You see her poke a little too far, you're like, ooh.
Stealth. So
Grab
stealth
that.
plus.
Guidance while pulling back a little bit.
So guidance. So guidance is a D4.
Uh-huh.
And then Sean, you should also have
Plus
control of
1
BB.
D4.
Oh,
Now bring him down by
yeah.
us.
Oh,
Oh.
22.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah.
They don't notice, but as you hear the argument go on, just like, ever since we added this freak into the group, everything's been going wrong. We only used to kill the occasional bounty hunter coming after us that was being a bit too ruthless, but no, suddenly we're killing innocents left and right, and I don't want to have any more of it. I get results. No, you bloody do not. All our stuff is gone. We're about to starve to death. Our axe beaks are all dead, and Bob got himself eaten by a god's damned purple worm. How is this results? Well, I mean, Stockton trusts him. It's just like, I don't give a damn what Elijah thinks. You don't give a damn what the boss thinks? What? You know, I didn't mean it like that. You know, I didn't mean it like that. Because, you know, he's got quite a temper. Just be careful there, he's, you know, the only reason we're out here is because he's got dirt on all of us, so, I mean. Right. But the point still stands. You are horrible. You're a bad luck charm, and I hate you. I don't care either way. Yeah. Good. Fine then. Guess we'll just have to bloody kill the next people that come along then too, eh? Just gonna loot their corpses? Now we're gonna have to because we're out of all our damn stuff. And then you hear another voice go out, just like, guys, the rations. I made them. They're ready. You didn't make the rations, Dern. You're drunk again. Go lie down. But the rations. Go lie down. No. Bloody. And then it just kind of turns into muttering and murmuring from there.
Is this still like sandy or is it more like solid ground now?
There is. It's still sandy, but it's much more compact right here, so it's more solid. But
So like Vivi could burrow if he had to, kind of a thing.
only about 5 feet deep. Yeah.
Perfect for
yes.
him. Okay. I don't know.
Little.
I don't know if you guys... It might be... There's an opportunity there. He
Oh,
said
what?
that the only reason they said they're out here is because the leader has dirt on them. So perhaps we can get them on our side if we get the leader.
They also said they kill the next people who come around.
I know, but at least then we
Out
could
of
get help getting rid
necessity.
of one of them, which is a good thing. One less person to worry about.
Chop the head off of a chicken. And it runs crazy.
Perhaps they only killed those people because they were being told to. We don't know.
I mean, they did kind of say that was the case.
So who's gonna go talk?
Desperation.
Who's gonna go talk?
Do you guys want to try and get one person to kind of come over here? Can one of you like make purposeful noise? And we'll like get down and gag him and...
Alrighty. So Cosmo,
I meant only one, not the whole party.
as you look out,
you see a green dragonborn mugging around some tables right here, and a Harangon, a Harangon with a longbow, and she seems to be at a wooden cage. And in the wooden cage, it looks like at first glance, it looks like a bear, but as your eyes adjust to it, it is actually an overweight mastiff.
That's amazing.
That is just lazily laying down in there.
That's amazing.
And she seems to be giving it scritches through the gate. But as you do that, she kind of jumps and fumbles and draws and knocks an arrow pointed right at you.
And I kind of step out in front, like, whoa, 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 it's okay.
Fellas, we got company.
Oh, that did not go how I wanted it to.
What do you mean?
So I would kind of step out, like, kind of step around, and then next to Cosmo.
Oh, no need to fight. We want to help.
And she's like looking back and forth. It's just like, we don't need no help from strangers.
Well,
From the sound of your conversation, I'd say otherwise.
And off from the side over in this direction, you hear that kind of more posh voice. Just like, nobody comes around here by accident. Elijah, we have some bounty hunters on our tail.
whoa.
And then a new voice that you hadn't heard, just like, Yeza, I know you have your concerns. Need I remind you what happens when you don't do what I say? What are you doing?
We're not bounty hunters. What are you talking about?
No, we are bounty hunters.
No,
We have a contract.
no.
Why else
we're
would we be out here?
mercenaries, not bounty hunters.
I mean, we took a job to come talk to them.
I mean,
so
that's true, but we're not bounty hunters. We're like more like
they have a bounty.
mercenaries, 'cause-
We're going after their heads.
Well, yeah.
Technically speaking, it is a bounty.
I guess so. I mean,
The point is, that bounty had two options on there: dead or alive. Now, from the sounds of it,
When he says dead or alive, that's when I step out.
All right.
now from the sounds of it, sounds like you guys are kind of riding the brink of death as is. No food, running on water. Your axe beaks are gone. You have infighting coming in. Now, as far as we're concerned, I mean, we'd be happy to take the reward is the same to us either way. But the way I see it, you could come with us willingly. We'll supply you with some food for the trip.
we'd really prefer that. I make really good pancakes.
And you can rid yourselves of the fancy sounding one who apparently is bad luck.
You see the Harangon start lowering her bow a little bit. I'm going to do a secret roll.
Oh.
And
Secret.
Wayne, I need you to make a persuasion check.
Come on. You're the best at this, I think. Besides maybe BB.
Oh, it zoomed in on my face. What the heck?
I should have
May
There's
I-
Artaban.
May I, since Cosmo's been helping me, may I roll with advantage or no?
Sure.
I've
I
been
flexed.
very helpful.
You've been adding to
popped
the
out and
conversation, so.
Yeah. One more.
15.
We've been rolling. I've been rolling 15s all night. It's 15s all around the board. Wow.
I don't know why it zoomed in on you, Sean, because I.
That's because I chat in a little group.
Oh, I
And
didn't.
apparently
I didn't
when
realize...
you chat, hello, it like never mind. The first time it zoomed in on my face.
All right. Well, with the 15.
Hey.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
It is,
All right.
it's for
We're testing it out.
experimentation. All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Amelia, you.
So with that, you see her kind of start lowering her bow, and then you hear voice again, just like, "All right, Yeza, don't matter if it's death or prison. I don't report back. You know what happens." And you see her shake her head and draw her bow back, pointed at Wayne. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
Almost. We tried.
Can you put us in the encounter thing so we can roll?
Yes, working on it.
Da, 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 da.
Right, that's how it worked.
Whoa. Whoa.
So I will say, the spells that I
Yay.
have on D&D Beyond, I prepared them this morning, but you loaded this earlier. By this morning, I mean when we woke up in game this morning. So my spells are different, so I don't know how.
I think he's gonna reload.
I did that.
Yeah,
No, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Let me go
Would
like
it mess
this.
everything up if you did that?
No. I think I have a way. Let me
Okay.
go like this.
Do you want me and Vivi just to share a
Mine
turn?
neither.
Because he's not in the.
Oh, it didn't highlight him. I can
tracker.
I can add
Also-
him to it.
Okay.
Our thing is not an option to roll initiative is not shown up.
I just
Yeah.
clicked on the dice at the end.
It's
of
because
the-
it didn't, for whatever reason, it didn't select you guys.
Oh yeah, I don't see. I see Amelia now.
There we
Cool.
go.
My thing
Oh, there it is.
finally isn't foggy.
And
Oh.
there's Cosmo. Was I the only one? And Dante.
I haven't rolled yet.
But yeah, before you roll, Amelia, I gotta.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 3 and a
Two
1
nat
for me
one.
and Vivi.
Wow.
I rolled a 1 for Vivi. And
Oh
still beat
yeah,
me.
good Dante. Up
Yeah, I rolled
top
a
of the
Right?
board.
Yeah.
Good!
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, with a +8. I mean,
Yeah.
D8.
Hey,
With
yeah.
the D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is Amelia?
Sweet, yeah, that worked.
Wait,
All right.
That Dragonborn's
You
got
gotta
the crazy
yeah,
eyes.
re-add her, I guess.
What
There
does
she
the
is.
alacrity give me again?
Ooh, nice.
Or was that a different day?
Yeah, I'm really
It was
high
a
up there.
different-
it was a different
22.
Let's
Okay.
go, Amelia.
Yeah, you don't have it now.
That was for
Unfortunately.
yesterday.
Sweet, that's exactly what I wanted to happen, is me and Dante up top.
Perfect.
That one's hiking.
Alrighty.
Yeah, exactly.
Top of the round. Dante.
All right. Okay, Gavin. I'm going to dash. I'm going to go full on 60 right here.
The Bigfoot running behind them.
Alrighty.
Do I see anything yet?
You see a tent, and the tent has holes in it, so you do see some movement inside the tent.
Okay. All right, Gavin. That's actually just going to be my turn.
Alrighty. Amelia, what are you doing?
Okay, I am going to where did it go? Oh, right here. I'm going to not dash, but just kind of. How do I move again?
You can
Guys,
use
I'm so sorry.
WASD.
You can use
That's fine.
WASD
Or just-
or
Control click.
You hold down
So
control.
I'm just gonna move over here. I'm going to give Fortune's favor to Cosmo.
all right.
Whoa. What does that do?
So you basically get to re-roll anything
Is that what
one
I have?
time. You have it as well,
Ooh.
yeah. So basically,
Okay.
you get to re-roll, and you get to choose which of the d20s you want to use. And if somebody else does something against you, you can have them do it instead. And you get to choose
Ooh.
which one they pick.
Is that a spell option in Foundry?
No. You would just re-roll, or Gavin would re-roll.
No. But like, do you have like a spell in your spell list in Foundry?
Yeah.
So target Cosmo and then click it and then add it. So let's see if it has an effect.
It doesn't.
It does not.
Aw.
No, I have to assign an effect to the name.
Okay.
Okay,
Fortune.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically just
But-
let anyone re-roll that you want.
The
But yeah,
unfortunate
that specific one doesn't have an effect, but yeah, that good practice to do that because then that's how we get the effects to apply the ones that do
4,
exist.
5, 6.
Okay.
Nah. I'm gonna hide behind Wayne. Sorry.
Right. Up next
That's my turn.
is Elijah Stockton. He is going to bonus action dash.
Oh, bonus action. Oh, no. Elijah.
That is 45.
Elijah.
Is he in a tent?
Yep. He's going to dash to right there
Oh,
and hold an action.
He looks great.
yeah.
Up next is Gluto. As you see, let me describe them. So, Elijah Stockton, you see him run out. Man with the shaved head wearing a wide brim hat. And he runs out. He's wearing reinforced leathers. And he's got a rapier at his side as he's dashing through.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is you see this orc with a bun that's tied back, and a well-groomed facial hair, and a kind of ostentatious purple leather outfit. And he is dual-wielding scimitars. But you see him for a second on his turn. He is going to sheath his scimitars, pull the loot off his back, and strum a chord and give bardic inspiration to Elijah. So let me just go like this. Bardic
Can you not?
inspiration. And then he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and hang out right there, which brings us to Cosmo.
I really don't want to have to do this.
For player's sake, if you do a little drag, like a box,
Yeah.
you'll see everyone's POV, just so that you can see what's
Oh.
going on.
Oh, thanks.
And then you can click on yourself just for line of sight, like what you would do as a character. Just so you
Okay.
can watch.
yeah, I
Gonna
was
use
like
her
just sitting here.
Javelin against that guy. Stockton himself. Just trying
Oh.
his shoulder.
Yep. Make
Oh.
sure
Wait.
You go to the chat.
Yeah. I have my mouse on my leg, so it's not very. Let me get my mouse pad.
Fair.
Stupid.
Thing. Ugh. Okay.
We're kind of limited on space. here.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay,
want? Do you want me
attack.
to give Andrew? Do you want me to give you control of Cosmo? You
Nah,
can just-
it's all good.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
Next.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Got my mouse.
Silvery barbs.
So, no, don't. Don't even joke about that.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and.
Critical.
Yep.
Critical hit. Wait.
Yeah.
Go
This
ahead
is
and
damage
that
roll, okay.
damage.
Nice.
14 damage.
14. Well, he is definitely going to. He's definitely going to uncanny dodge that. Uses reaction.
Guys, we gotta get him.
Is that just half damage in that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 instead.
Well, that's a good thing for Cosmo, because she didn't want to really hurt him.
Um,
Yeah. You're not raging.
But yeah,
Nope.
you're level 5, so you have extra attack.
Oh, I do. That's amazing.
Do it again.
Are you
Yeah.
going to rage? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't.
That's a bonus action, sir.
I
No.
know.
Yeah, it is.
I said I know.
There are certain conditions I'd like to have before she rages.
Perfect.
Okay, so she's like, ah, and then she's going to throw it again, but at little Yeza down there, because Yeza's got the bow. Okay, let me see how. That's 40 feet.
Think so.
Okay, so I'll just be just move down 1, so I won't be at disadvantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack. Pew!
Oh,
26
so
to
good.
hit.
that does hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah! Shoulder shot. Shoulder shot.
Woo!
That's 11 damage.
Dang. Alrighty.
I love me.
So as it's going, it hits into her, leaving a gaping wound, and she like staggers a bit.
I'm sorry.
And
I don't want to do this.
all right, up next is Reg. As you see this little halfling, see Yeza get hit with the javelin, he looks at you, Cosmo, this little halfling with a long sword. And he's just wearing this open vest. Open vest, got this kind of tan skin, sandy hair. And even though he's a little halfling, he is completely shredded. And
Yeah,
you
I
see
saw
him-
the abs first.
Yep, and he is going to...
My eyes are up here.
and he is going to rage.
I love him.
And go...
He's a halfling.
and
He can't go
run
that far.
up to there.
Unless he's dashing, I guess.
He's a barbarian.
We get 10 extra feet.
And halfling movement is 30. It's
Oh,
no movement,
that
that's
was
25.
perfect. Oh,
And dwarf. So
okay.
that's surprising.
All right.
Yeah,
And so he is going to go and let me use up the rage.
halflings, I guess, are just more spry, so they can move faster than dwarves.
Mhm.
And then oh,
Oh!
Oh,
Is that reckless?
Oh.
yeah, he reckless.
Aw. Oh, well.
Oh.
He still hits. But
Yeah.
you can hit him with now, too.
With advantage.
And
Yeah, I can.
so, yeah, so he is going to so he goes in with the two-handed longsword. Does. And that's plus another 2, because I forgot to add on the bonus for his rage. So that is 13 slashing damage to you, Cosmo,
Oh, owie.
as he runs up and just goes. But he only has... Okay, yeah, he is the other one, so he does have extra attack. So he is going to
Fantastic.
go
I
again.
love my powers being used against me.
Oh,
Natural
Oh.
20.
I'm gonna use my thing for that.
Oh.
I'm gonna make him choose the lower one.
Oh, no. Yeah, I guess that kind of works.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah,
for
so
what?
He has
So
to,
what
he had to
happened-
re-roll. Yeah.
And he uses the one that you want him to, which would
So
be...
Yeah.
it would be the 18. So
sure?
it's
Would
yeah,
it?
that's how... You can do it with other people, too. And you,
Okay, yeah,
you
I'd rather
choose
him
it.
use the 18. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
all
If the
right,
original
then-
D20 had advantage or disadvantage, they roll another D20,
Yeah.
and then they get the one that you want.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so your fortune's favor is gone, but it's not a critical hit. And he is going to do 10 plus another 2. I keep forgetting to add that bonus. 12 slashing damage.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm all right. Not
Insight
mentally.
check.
Did you have?
Alright.
Oh, you're not raging. That would have been.
Okay. Up
Right,
next.
Way better.
narratively it didn't work.
Up next is Lozo. You see this, this sandstone-colored lizard folk with the head of a what looks like a snake,
Ooh.
and he's pretty. He is really thin. It seems really thin, but he is going to go and
Snake. Sneaky snake.
he is going to go like this. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he can't really
See anyone?
so he is just going to go and let's see. He is going to cast Blur on himself.
Ooh.
No.
Fun.
All right. Up next is.
I say that because I don't understand.
Up next is Dern. As you see the.
Ah, darn it.
You see the. You can tell he's very drunk. He is staggering and swaying. This green dragonborn basically just wearing a pair of pants and that's it. And he is going to. Let me see. He sees Artavan, so he's just gonna drunkenly stagger over. His movement is 40, so he's just going to.
And he staggers fast.
Yeah, and so he's like swaying around, and he is going
It's like
to.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
That's so
and
creepy.
he is going to. He is going to just make an unarmed strike. And then. That is a 17.
That misses.
All right, so even in
Wow,
his drunken
nice.
state, he flings his fist at you, and it seems to have deadly accuracy as you barely deflect it with your shield. And he
Yeah, I'm like, what do you do? Whoa.
and he recoils a bit, and it's like in his drunken stupor, he like kind of lurches forward and then wraps around. He's gonna do another unarmed strike as a bonus action, as he almost looks like he's gonna stagger, but then he spins around and does a sweeping kick towards your head for a bonus
Ooh.
action unarmed strike.
Oof.
And you managed to deflect that one too.
All right,
And
taking him a little
the
more
drunken
seriously now.
fist monk's turn is done. And then up next is Yeza. Yeza is going to go like this, move 5, 10, 15, and she is going to go and target Wayne with a longbow attack.
Oh shoot, she's got a longbow.
I thought she'd attack me.
That's a 14. Does that hit?
Let me double check this.
Mage armor, mage armor.
Yeah, you have your
13
mage
plus
armor.
your DC.
My AC is 14,
All
so
right,
it
so
does
that
hit.
Ah.
And that is 11
Ah!
piercing damage. And then her second shot is going to target Cosmo.
Okay.
And does a 13 hit?
No,
All right.
absolutely
And
not.
you managed to weave under that. And then, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yeah,
30.
that guy barely managed to hit me, Reg.
And then up
Dang.
next is Ethrin. As you see the elf stand up, this dark-skinned elf stand up, very well-groomed hair, nicer robes and nicer clothing than any the rest of them have. And he is going to cast mage armor on himself.
Oh, gonna have him going on.
And so, yeah. That is... Mage armor makes it 12 plus dex, right?
13 plus dex.
13
Yeah.
plus dex.
13.
Alright, so I just have to remember... Yeah, his AC is now 15.
I just have to remember that. And then he's just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20.
His
End his
AC is
turn.
18.
15.
Okay, I was like, how does he have?
All right. Up next is Vivi.
He's the wrong class. So I don't see his 3rd level spells on here.
Does he have any?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
on his character
Foundry
sheet, he
didn't.
has,
Foundry
2
didn't level us up,
slots.
so we're all still level 4 on Foundry.
Okay. Yeah, let me go.
I'm
like
not
this.
because I have my 3rd level spells that I got at
5,
fifth
10,
level.
15, 20.
Let me do this.
I like this battle music.
Yeah, do I have... Yeah, Artavan's the same. Like, I don't have my 2nd level spells yet. I can, if I do 2nd level...
Oh, yeah,
then you just
I
do
do
it
not
on-
have my
Yep,
third
yep.
level
I'm doing
spells.
it. I'm doing it. All right, are they there now?
Yes.
Okay. Give me just 1 sec. Let me pause the game while I get these updated.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. And it's Vivi's up next, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay,
Like for them to
okay.
be grouped up.
Then I did it. And all right, should be good now.
Awesome. Okay. I think he... It's really not... Everyone's so spread out. Makes it awkward.
I know.
Yeah.
We could all...
Doesn't look like a lot of them are keen on getting closer, however. So I
The
think
fancy
he's just...
one and Stockton are the closest together.
Right, he's going to try... I am on Artavan's menu. I'm like, what are these spells?
Unpause.
Oh yeah, unpause. Yep, thank you.
Okay. I think he's going to do this.
What is that?
Ooh.
Hypnotic pattern.
Ooh.
And so they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty.
Is that all that I have to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be concentration,
Alright.
so.
It's 15. Oh,
Oh.
Whoa, just
All right, so Reza is
Reg.
Or Reg.
Reg, oh yeah, Reg is incapacitated. What would it be?
something swirly.
That'll work.
Yeah.
there you go.
All right,
Staring at the pretty lights.
Elijah.
Oh,
Ah,
got a minus
he's
5.
the
right?
one that we wanted.
Actually has a -1. Dang.
And Ethrin.
9 plus, oh, just
Yeah.
failed. Ah,
Yeah.
And Lozo.
Does him being
Oh,
incapacitated
there's
mean
someone
I
else
have
in there?
advantage against him?
yes.
Apparently there's someone in
He
here.
loses
There's someone else hidden
concentration-
there.
He loses concentration on Blurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know that he was there.
So
Well done.
incapacitated.
Well done.
Basically, it means you will auto crit on them. However, if you do hit them, they will wake up from it.
So it might be good to like go for other people while they're
Yeah,
incapacitated.
leave them. Yeah.
Has Vivi told us this
That-
before?
He's used it a
Yeah.
handful of
He's
times.
used it
Yeah, well, each time I've been a target of it, so I don't.
He used it in the. Well, maybe he didn't.
I should didn't know if he's telling me because
He's probably just like,
I feel
don't
like
hit
he
the ones
would.
that are
He's always made
Okay,
call
cool.
outs
Yeah.
like that in the past.
He's always done
So
that.
he
Okay,
would
cool.
definitely.
Yeah, Vivi's good about that.
Where is...
Like when he casts
Not
sleep
a-
in the Mind Flayer fight.
Just make
Or
sure
charm.
nobody
No, he
touches
charmed the
them.
big
Keep
guy.
people away.
It's the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Yeah.
Yep. So just keep everyone away from them.
All right, and that's gonna end his turn, I believe.
All right, Artavan.
Hey.
Hit. Divine
Um,
smite.
So he is going to kind of like Thor's hammer, like it's gonna start like shaking really fast, and go for a thunderous smite on this guy.
Oh yeah.
Let's click on you, and then I'm going to target you, and then where are you? That's divine. There it is. Thunderous smite. And I'll go for an attack with Gorgon's Misher.
All right.
Dirty 20.
That will definitely hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let me do the
You with it too.
strength save.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
He got a
That's rough.
14.
14, yeah.
He needs 12. So he stays
All
put,
right.
but it was really cool sounding when I
Yeah,
hit it.
when it
Yeah.
hits him, it goes, and he is looking really rough. He's staggering both from pain. Well, not from pain. He's too drunk to feel the pain, but like as you do it, you hear the boom, the reverberating thunder off of the boulders, and you feel as the hammer impacts him, you feel some of his bones crack under the
Ooh.
weight.
Oh.
Yeah, because that did 18 damage if you didn't see the total.
Yeah, I applied the damage
Wow.
to him. He's
Awesome.
looking really rough.
And then I will go for a follow-up swing.
Oh yeah, extra attack.
Nice.
Hello. At a 19 to hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Insane. That
Yeah.
modifier.
That is 10 more damage.
Alrighty.
Well done.
Lethal or non-lethal?
I think he's trying to start off non-lethally.
All right.
Until things get dire, he's gonna try and do non-lethal.
Yeah, this dude, you just after that first one, you bring the hammer back up and hit him in the chin, and he's just, and his head like goes up, and then he just hits the ground like a sack of potatoes, and
Potatoes.
he is down for the count.
Perfect. Am I able to jump over him?
Yep, you can now move over him.
Awesome. 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. I think. No, yeah, that's all my action economy. He's just gonna stay put.
Okay. Up next is Wayne.
Wait.
Okay.
You got this.
5, 10.
You have an arrow in you.
Yeah.
Had to get a little bit closer. I am going to go ahead and twin cast Guiding Bolt at second level. One at this fella here. So let's go like this.
Stockton.
Can I? There we go. Second level. So first one at Stockton.
Oh, no way.
Money.
That's what.
And he
Okay.
doesn't have his reaction anymore.
Yes.
Take
All right.
some.
Cosmo used his reaction.
I'm gonna hurry and roll the damage for that.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
I can't see the map.
38 radiant damage.
He has 38 health.
Wow.
All right. Describe to me how you
Control,
decommission
delete.
him.
I think with that, he's just kind of like, he has this on there, and just like, I said dead or alive. I just imagine it hits him so hard that he does like backflips onto the ground.
Lethal or non-lethal?
I don't know a way to do
that.
this.
All right,
I don't know.
he is-
I don't.
Spells aren't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think there's a way to do
Elijah
that non-lethal.
Stockton is dead. He
Now,
is
with
just dead.
that-
All right, I gotta say before you go on, all these characters are different levels. They have player classes, player levels. Elijah was the highest level of them. He was a level 6 swashbuckler rogue, and you just one shot him.
Ooh,
So,
Say something intimidating.
so I was gonna say, can I
he did.
instead of
I said dead.
so
or
instead of
alive.
doing the twin cast, can I instead shout something out? Are you okay with me retconning that, or do I still have to twin cast?
I would say if you're twin casting, it's at the same time.
It happens
It's not-
It happens at the
Simultaneously.
same time.
Simultaneously.
So
Yeah.
okay, because I was gonna also hit the Paragon.
Yeah.
So I'll do that real quick.
Yeah, that was insane.
Wow.
That was insane. Oh my gosh.
So that is a
Happened
15.
again.
That just hits.
Ah, nice.
Elijah went from max health to 0, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
So it doesn't matter. He
So
would have
that's
died.
16 radiant
Yeah.
damage.
16. So with that, as
Insane.
oh whoops, that's the wrong
Aw,
one.
that's amazing. Wow.
So yeah, as you are, as you do that,
Hog.
Elijah drops and you see Yeza, and she's just like,
Hog.
"What the hell have you done? You've doomed her!" And then she is looking absolutely ticked now and terrified.
So with that too, I'll be like, it's not too late for the rest of you. Put your weapons down now.
Make an intimidation check.
Yeah, yours is real good right now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do it on Foundry, but I got a 19. I have it. I did it on D&D Beyond.
Do I want to count it?
Your choice.
Yes, you're so kind, Gavin. You're the
'Cause
best DM.
You
I
could
never-
also.
Nikki, I will count it.
ever.
All right.
Persuasion
I will
check,
say-
Nikki.
I will
Nice.
say,
You're
with
welcome.
with the fact that their intimidating leader just got annihilated with a single wave of a hand. You see Yeza, and she's like ready to nail you with that way, and then she lowers the bow and then holds it out in front of her and drops it. And then you just hear Gluto, who's still behind the rock, just like, what happened? I didn't see anything. Drop. I didn't see anything. Are we fighting? Are we fighting or are we what? Drop your weapon, Gluto. I didn't get it. Drop your damn weapon. Alright. You hear the clank, and then the rest of them are unconscious or dazed.
All right, and then I just say, all right, come closer, hands in the air.
Alright, and with that, we will end the combat. But
Wow.
she is
On
going
the
to...
other hand,
Chop off the head of the chicken.
I'm so
Cosmo
glad.
was wounded
And
pretty
she's
bad.
gonna kind of go and approach. She's got her hands up, and Gluto just like, and then
Yeah, and
he sees.
I'll bring
he's-
Gluto in, make sure that he's not
yeah,
attacking
and
anyone else.
he sees Elijah's body. He's just like, oh damn.
Ah, there's
Can
the
I
dragon.
Can I insight check Cosmo?
What are you looking for?
To see if she's herself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you don't have to look very hard because, as a matter of fact, because she was wounded so bad, she would have raged. And she is now blank and targeting this man right in front of her.
So I don't know how this would work because it would have been on her turn. And I would have been first. So I don't know if we're going initiative order. Or
Like
not.
that would have been first. Nothing's attacking her too.
Yeah. Yeah, she the thing that takes control can still perceive what is and isn't a threat. And he is currently incapacitated.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of was starting to go in,
You were,
and then
you were
and then
ready.
just now fades.
You were about
Just
to
kinda
slice
fades.
Like
this
started.
dude in
It's
half.
like your vision slowly fades away and then
Yeah,
starts
if
coming
he
back.
wasn't dazed,
Oh.
he'd be terrified.
Yeah, he would.
That glowing red eye right next to his little head.
And so
That doesn't hurt
after
that.
about 6 seconds of not attacking Cosmo, you'd be back.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Okay, because she was,
I know, I just wanted to make
she was
sure.
gonna murk this fool.
All right. So as the tension dies down, they're kind of going, and then I would say just for the sake of narration, after a minute, Vivi loses concentration on that. But yeah, you guys, if you'd like,
Yeah,
you
I'd
all
like
have
make
rope.
sure they're tied up before I
Yeah,
get them.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
these guys can all be tied
Tell your
up
friends
over
what's
here.
happening once it goes away. That's what Amelia would be telling, like Yeza and all them.
And have them next to their dead leader.
Terrible way to wake
It's-
up.
it's
Yeah.
how-
So
Helpful to
when they wake
see.
up, they'll know.
They'll know why they're.
yeah.
Guess we'll come in too.
Yeah, it's free movement.
Yeah,
right
free
now.
movement now.
Ugh, what the?
And then Yeza's just gonna be kind of standing right here, and Gluto can be over here.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Cosmo.
Is there like
Probably
a
bring
chair?
the Dragonborn over here too, just so everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're missing one, guys.
The unconscious
Face
If I
down
can
in the
count
salt.
correctly. Yeah.
face down in the salt.
Bring Vivi down here.
I'm coming.
And so with that, as
anyway.
as they come to, they're just like, whoa, what happened? And they're looking at their restraints. You know, it's just like, they completely annihilated Stockton. We're surrendering because we won't be much of a challenge for them.
All right, let's go.
And as they're going, they kind of sit in silence, and then you notice, the lizard folk, the halfling, the orc, and the Paragon. They all kind of look at the dead Stockton, and then their eyes, with like loathing, kind of dart towards the elf.
And I would kind of look at the Paragon. What did you mean by I've killed her?
Well, Stockton and this bastard, and she gives him a little kick, have friends that have my little sister. They needed my skills, so they took her to bring me along for the ride. They're in the crazy fucked up cult.
Care to explain more? Perhaps we can help.
And she nudges Ethrin. Go on. And Ethrin just kind of is staring forward with a stoic expression.
This is Ethrin.
Yep, the elf. The elf.
One above.
Oh, so
Yeah.
this one.
Okay.
The orc bard is kind of just like chilling. Like you get the sense from him he's not gonna try anything because he's a little intimidated by Dante standing behind him and the fact that he's only level 2. But
Alright.
How much of this are we wanting to invest ourselves in?
Aren't you at least curious as to if we could
Oh,
help these people?
I'm very curious as to their situation. I think it's fascinating. But it can
What's
be
the
dangerous
cult?
to overextend ourselves and help every person.
We're not a cult, we're a movement.
Unless they are deserving.
It sounds like
Explain
a
your
cult.
movement. What do you do? What's your goals?
To make the world better than it is.
What actions?
He sits in silence.
Through what actions?
Oh.
And then when she says that a second time, I'll just kind of light my hand up with shocking grasp.
Oh. You look so scary.
You can talk, or we do have a bounty. We'll just take you dead or alive. At least this way you can spread the word, right?
I believe we have enough people. There are many more that can carry out my task.
And you'll be forgotten. No one will know who you are. You'll just be a loser in this movement that couldn't even accomplish what they wanted.
Oh, simple,
Bravo for you.
simple little child. You say take dead or alive.
Blub, 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 blub. I'm like rubbing my hand in his face. Like, come on, stop putting on this stupid charade. Like, either just talk or shut up and let's get out of here. I mean, you don't need to insult someone who's far superior than you are. Like, stop it. You're in chains, you're in shackles, you got absolutely demolished. Like, just stop it. Just, if you're gonna talk. If you're not, then don't. But, I mean, you look like a great punching bag if we need answers. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry.
That was good.
I don't take kindly to people who waste our time with their frivolities and their insults and their wooing words and omen speech.
I just find this endlessly entertaining. You clearly don't know what you're up against.
Mm-hmm. And I am a big wolf man that will kill you soon.
And then he kind of leans forward.
Then do it.
You're no fun at all. So, would you like to continue questioning Amelia? Is anyone else interested in furthering this?
Yeah. Anybody else wish to say anything? We could
mean,
offer our services.
It'd probably be good to talk to the others. This one, however, is just going to do this whole high and mighty. I'm better than you because
and with
race.
that, the halfling's just like, yeah, I hate this guy.
That's the
Could you,
spirit.
he's like, it's just like, I mean, it's okay if you kill him. I am 100% on board with this.
I like this
Thinking
one.
Anyone who is chill, anyone who is cooperative, anyone who is not an a-hole, doesn't get dragged behind in the cart. Sound good? All right. I'm gonna go get the bird.
Done again. You're so done. I love it.
All right. Yeah, it's going, and the halfling kind of goes, I don't think I'm an a-hole. And he
you?
he
Sorry.
looks back. He looks back at Yeza behind him. Am I an a-hole? And she's like,
To be determined.
There are more than one of you. Surely you've heard something? you'd care to speak up, now's a good chance.
I mean, he came from somewhere.
And then suddenly the lizard folk kind of goes, and you see he kind of like leans forward a bit. It's like, let me paint you a picture. We were an adventuring group, like any other. Then, one day we receive a job from a man named Elijah. He said he would eventually bring a friend along. At first, we thought it was just a simple point A to point B kind of job. But instead, we broke into a secure facility, thinking we were digging up dirt, but in fact, we were trespassing on the property of a good man. Now that bastard, and he nudges over to Elijah, did not work for a good man. This little runt of a tax collector bastard. Greedy, digging his little hands into every single pot. And, of course, we get the blame pinned on us. We didn't know what to do, so we run. We thought maybe we could explain it to them. And then this one shows up, and he gestures over to Ethrin and offers Elijah a changing gold. What it is, I have no idea. But who it involves is the reason why we are still out here. Would you mind telling these fine folk who your friend is? And Ethrin just sits almost blank, kind of again.
I'm gonna go and hold up the shocking grass just like right up so he can feel the electricity on his neck. You were saying, a friend?
And Ardavan returns back.
Yep, got the XP.
Uh-huh. And Ethrin's just like, do you still think I'm afraid of you?
Well, I suggest you open your mouth and tell us what you know. I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Oh, what's the
yeah.
It's a wisdom 15. There's a chance. Oh! I'm gonna cast Chronal Shift. He has to do it again.
save? All right.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh.
Yes.
With that,
Time
spell-
magic.
Yeah, so it's like he does it. You see the possibility that it does it, but then you see just the ever so slight ice crystals go, and it's like
It
it's
like
almost
goes
like
into his mouth and forces
Yeah.
him to start talking.
yeah.
Oh.
And as he does, just like the tax collector is merely for financial gain. He doesn't know what he's really involved in. But as for the one who sent me here, he goes by the alias the Mortician.
It lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
and
it
he has
lasts-
to keep talking.
Oh, that's amazing.
If he has to spill everything he knows,
We've
unless
had
like
this
there's a block
mortician
on his
before,
mind,
haven't we?
or
Yeah,
He's been
he's the
threatened
bastard
not
who
to.
almost killed us.
Right.
There's an operation going down in Ashwindell, and some of my superiors are gathered there. And all I know is it is going to be exquisite.
Where's the Paragon sister?
Kept in the tax collector's manor.
And that is?
The northwestern side of Ashwindell.
any family names we would know for this manor.
Well, how would he know what we know?
No. Most of it is fraudulent, and so the paperwork is shady at best.
I imagine his eyes don't want to be saying this, but the skull's forcing him
He's
to
getting
vomit it out.
progressively more and more angry.
Very good, very good.
Do you
Anyone
like
else have
chocolates?
questions? Any of you that were working for him, feel free to ask some questions.
Yeza pipes up. Can I slit his throat?
I turn around, and after we're done with him, I will allow it.
And she seems like her hands are kind of twitching a little bit, but she gives a reluctant nod.
I'm putting this guy on the cart in his burlap sack.
And I imagine BB would probably investigate his, or Princess would.
Princess is
Would have
Like
already
there's
done that.
Yeah, would have already gone
Princess,
through the.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely did.
You realize, as Princess is going, other than his pretty nice rapier and in armor, you realize that they were not lying when they said they were pretty much out of things. There's nothing really worth.
Yeah, I imagine
Take-
after that,
take
then
his
Princess
really
is probably
cool hat.
going from tent to tent. That's
Mhm.
just what the monkey's doing. But it's up to you if there's any role that needs to take place.
Limb pickings.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go up to this halfling. What's his name? The
Reg.
Reg. Reg, what's up with the mastiff back here? Is that someone? Is that
That's
from
Bosco.
Durgot?
Oh, yeah, well, we saw this dude hobbling, and then we got orders to take him out, but, and so, well, we tried to argue with it, but then he pulled the whole I'm the boss card, consequences, yada, 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 and then, as we were about to do it, we grabbed the dog, and then Purple Worm came out, and then ate the other one we had, and then just tore through our axe beaks and everything. And then so we took the dog with us because here I was thinking it's oh hey, we'll have meat for a day, but then Yez is no, he's a good boy, we gotta keep him. And it's he's just another mouth to feed. And then Yeza was we just lost 9 mouths, 8 axe beaks, and then our buddy. So it's in terms of net worth, we're actually using up less food, and he's too precious to cook. And I was look at the
Reg,
meat
Reg,
on
I get
his
it, I get it,
bones,
I
but-
get it. Okay, all right, okay, nice. Now, Reg, is it hostile? Is it nice? If I open that cage, what's gonna happen?
He's probably
Doug-
just gonna stare at you and roll over for belly rubs or something.
Durgat said he's a very good boy, so I don't think you'll have any problem.
Even when the purple worm showed up, he didn't get up to run away. He just kind of meandered. We had to carry him.
He's a pudgy boy.
Well, Artavon, should we open up the cage?
Absolutely.
And as you open up the cage, it's super easy. And then he goes, and it's a cage. It's big enough that you can go in. It's a decent sized cage, 10 foot by 10 foot, bigger than Durgat's shack. And you just see this large light tan mastiff that's just laying down, and you just see his like wrinkly face kind of look up at you, and his eyes just look, and you just see his giant tail just.
Well, I'm just gonna get on his
Amazing.
level then and just let him approach.
He doesn't stand up. He scoots across the ground, and then just
Oh,
puts
boy. Look at you.
his head down at your feet.
I'll give some little pets and a little belly rub.
Yeah, as you start petting him, he just just rolls over.
Very nice. And I'll gesture him to come follow us then.
He doesn't get up to follow.
Is there like a leash or anything?
There's a dog whistle.
Any kind of lead?
No, he just seems to have a collar.
Okay.
I have some rope, and so I'll just makeshift one. A
Alright.
little like
It-
6 foot.
Yeah,
Leash.
You don't have to. You don't have to like really force him, but then he just reluctantly kind of follows. He's like, I want to lie down. So yeah. So he follows. Yeah.
Give a little like pat to Amelia and gesture over to the whole suggestion thing, and little nod of impressed non-verbal communication.
I think her like eyes will soften a little, but she's like pretty pissed off right now.
Yeah.
What's the name of the cult you're a part of?
We are the Refounders.
I would just kind of look at everyone like,
Yeah, have we heard of that?
I mean, it
Dude.
makes sense if they're working with the mortician. He's with them, so.
Do you like chocolate?
I guess I don't know who they are. I'm the only one.
Is there any chance any of us would know, or just no roll?
I've already told you all about the
Yeah,
founders.
we
Yeah,
know
the
the
Refounders
Refounders.
was Xylith, the Mind Flayer, and that cult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will say, as Princess is going through, Princess comes out of what is assumed to be Etherin's tent with one of those mirror masks.
Oh.
I did not tell Amelia, though, so she's the only one who doesn't know who that is.
That's right. I wasn't there.
Yeah, because we hadn't had our tea party yet.
I think Amelia will just kind of like note it. Like you guys all go, so she'll ask about it later.
But yeah, but Princess will come back with one of the mirrored masks, just like, hey, it looks like Princess found something. And Vivi's gonna go and hold it up for the group.
That
That
brings
looks
me to
familiar.
my question again. Do you like chocolate?
Yes.
I still don't trust you.
Anyone else wishes to ask something? If not, seems our bounty might go out the window. But perhaps we can.
What's the
tackle that
Refounders'
later.
overall goal?
It's in the name. We will found this world anew. Establish a new order, a new world, a new sphere.
How many of you are there?
Thousands.
We have to stop thousands? My goodness.
Gonna take hours.
She's right.
It's gonna be one long initiative encounter.
It's gonna take a while to weasel all of them out. Wee.
Oh boy.
Your power comes from numbers. Who are your high players that you know of?
For people like you, we have security measures. I don't know.
Where is the nearest group of refounders?
Right here. Until you reduce it to a group of one.
Ah, shoot. I should have seen that coming. Where's the next nearest group of refounders?
That is on a need-to-know basis. I do not need to know their missions, so I do not know.
They're too thorough.
He pretends to be all high and mighty, but he doesn't know anything.
He's low and flighty.
Can I do some sort of insight check to see if he's actually just pretending, but if he's scared or not?
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure he's just pissed.
Can I use my own dice, or do you want me to use D&D?
Use the foundry.
At the top, there's the skills. Little drop
I
down arrow.
suck at this, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, I got a 16.
He seems other than being pissed at your spell, he seems confident. He is not afraid of death, and seems like he is full in on the cult mentality.
Yeah.
Addressing
And I kinda-
the. Oh, you first. You go first.
I was gonna kind of look at the others and be like, so is I assume this one's a spellcaster?
He is.
one?
Wizard, sorcerer, warlock, what is he?
I don't know, magic. Reg pipes up. I just hit things.
I kind of look at the bard.
I'm a wizard.
Wait, Colt Man is a wizard? Oh. Well,
As much as I think, Grimshaw and my mind's trying to be like, what's the other one's name? The Inquisitor Cromwell. Cromwell. As much as I think he would be very useful to Cromwell, him being a wizard makes him kind of dangerous.
makes him incredibly dangerous. Besides, you only need the heads if they wish to speak to them later using clerics.
I kind of look at you. That's a thing.
I'm done with him.
Is there anything else any of you want to ask?
They all kind of look at each other. And then
What's
shake their
happening?
heads.
To buy your freedom? Nothing?
All right. So,
Well, I am
how
going
are we
to walk
going?
away. Please wait until I'm out of sight.
Right.
And I'll just turn around and Amelia will just
Go behind the
Paragon,
tent.
Can you come with me to keep me safe?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
And as Amelia walks away, Yeza, while eyeing the rest of you, reaches behind her to her arrow quiver and pulls out just one of her arrows, and then kind of nudges Gluto out of the way, goes up behind Ethrin, and then just takes the arrow and rams it through the back of his neck, and it comes out of his Adam's apple. He's just like, and then she kicks him forward, face first into the salt, where he goes and basically just suffocates and chokes on his own blood. And there is like almost like a sickening silence. Almost like a sickening silence as the rest of them The lizard folk seems unbothered. Gluto looks uncomfortable. Durin is still unconscious, and then Reg is kind of just like, oh, it's about freaking time. And then, but Yeza, she's looking down at him, just glaring at him. And then Yeza, once he stops moving, Yeza sighs and goes, well, guess we're going to prison then. And that's where we're going to end it for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. And thank you for bearing with me. I had to save my voice completely for that last encounter. I chugged so many liquids during break, and I can already feel all their effects are starting to wear off. So I'm going to be resting my voice for the next couple days.
Good idea.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Next time we'll have Jeremy back, and so this is going to be kind of a weird thing to fill him in on.
And it's going to be a Halloween.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
Halloween
so
episode.
proud I used hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, he is.
Or he'll be salty that you got to use it before he did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry. He
Um,
texted me, said use it. So
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for
Okay.
watching. Thanks once again to Tabletop Audio for being so generous as to allow small creators like us to use it in our streams and things like that. Be sure to keep your eye out. I'm trying to keep Aurora and Expounded episodes coming every other Thursday. So not this Thursday, but the Thursday next week. Should have the third episode up. Gonna be working on some other projects, like Andrew said at the beginning. We'll have new merch coming pretty soon. And also, thanks once again to our sponsor, We Geek Together. As always, love them. Go check them out. They are super awesome. And then just keep an eye on mine and Andrew's Twitch channels, and you might be able to catch us playing some games live. And we also have our Patreon up, and the benefits are actually functioning now. So the Discord is set up, ready to receive those. So if you want a chance to play with me or any of the other cast members, or just hop on Discord and talk for a little bit, discuss homebrew, things like that, pretty much anything really, you'll have access to those Discord channels, as well as eventually some exclusive merch, and as well as shout outs in some of the smaller form videos. But yeah, that should be everything. So thank you all once again, and we will see you all in about 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kevin.